Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. I've got the gain up on the microphone. I've got the gain up on the microphone. Let me know. This is the lowest I'll be speaking tonight. This is the lowest I'll be speaking tonight. It's roughly 1:30, 1:27 a.m. in the morning. So I don't want to be talking too loud. I wake up the neighbors. So this is the lowest I'll be speaking tonight. Can you hear me? Is the volume good? Let me know if you can hear me. This is the lowest I'll be speaking tonight. Just let me know if it's too low. I'll up the volume. Apologies for last day one's episode was a little bit too low. So if this is too low, let me know. If this is too high, let me know. But this is the lowest I'll be speaking today. This is the lowest I'll be speaking this morning. This is the lowest I'll be speaking tonight. This is the lowest I'll be speaking now. The lowest volume. Hopefully this isn't too bad. Okay, big up everybody in stream chat, appreciate you. Big up LB, big up Ryu, Ken, appreciate you. Big up Noodles, big up Josie, what's going on, darling? Hope you're well. Big up J1B, I see you. Gamebred Footballer, what's going on, my guy? Big up, who I see here? Smash Mina was here earlier. Big up RR Skins as well. Abe Martinez, I said earlier as well. Appreciate you all. Thank you. Hopefully the sound is good. Hopefully the sound is good. Okay, that's what I'm hoping. Hoping the sound is good. You know what I've noticed, by the way, people in the stream chat, don't kill me, right? Don't hate me for this. Don't hate me for this. But you know one thing I've noticed, ever since I've got this new M4 MacBook Air and it runs incredibly smooth and shit, you know what I realized? I now have 1 million windows open now, with 1 million tabs open on all of them, because it doesn't really fucking matter. I've literally got like 70, I've got like 10 separate windows with 27 different tabs on each of them while I'm still streaming, and it doesn't even make a dent. It doesn't even make a dent. It's absolutely fucking smooth as fuck. Now, I shouldn't get into this habit. Really. I should try and, treat this thing well and not get too crazy. But so far, it's been fucking bulletproof. It's been fucking bulletproof, and it's helping me actually knock out the clips as well. So if you've noticed, I've been able to get the clips out in a lot more quicker time now, turn around, because yeah, everything is fine, everything's irie. You get me. But anyway, enough of that. Let's just crack on straight into it. We've got probably a couple of hours, 3 hours or 4 hours or so. We're gonna get, let's say 3 hours probably tops. We're gonna get through what we gotta get through. I haven't even changed from the gym. I've still got my fucking sweaty gym clothes on, so we're just gonna get straight into it, and then I'm gonna come back probably in the morning as well for some more random show stuff, which will probably be the members only stream. But obviously, if you're around, you can still tune in for it. But if you want to watch it on the replay, it'll be only available for the members. But anyway, let's just crack on with it. First things first, I want to talk about. Have you guys seen all the drama happening with that happened on that recent stream PLAQUEBOYMAX did with Lil Baby? So PLAQUEBOYMAX recently sat down with Lil Baby for his like in the booth session streams, things that he does, right? PLAQUEBOYMAX is a kid in the white vest, the wife beater there. He essentially does these live streams where he makes music live on air, and he gets, prominent rappers and stuff to join him on live stream while they put together a tune in front of a live stream audience, standard shit. Anyway, for whatever reason, whenever he invites like hip hop artists, like this, I guess when they're established artists, they seem to kind of have a bit of an attitude about them. They're not usually game. There's been some of them where they're game, they're down to clown, they're down to fuck around with the chat, they're down to talk about whatever, just down to hang around, right? But I think for whatever reason, most rappers aren't the best guests for these type of shows. Maybe they're too cool for school, whatever it is. They're not necessarily, they're not necessarily a good match, a good blend. I thought Lil Baby would be, because he can sometimes be quite chill in these sort of scenarios, but he wasn't. And instead, Lil Baby spent the majority of the stream trying to scam PLAQUEBOYMAX. He spent the entirety of the stream trying to scam PLAQUEBOYMAX in one way or the other. This particular clip I'm going to play, courtesy of this Twitter account called Ahmed, says Lil Baby told PLAQUEBOYMAX he wanted half of the streaming revenue for tonight's in the booth session because he was a businessman first. So I'm sure some of you guys would know that doesn't make any sense. You don't do that. If you're doing a live stream collab with anybody, you don't, there is no splitting of the revenue. The whole point you're doing the live stream collab is to get, put yourself in front of that person's audience. If the person wants to pay you, fair enough, but this whole like splitting of the revenue thing is fucking weird. And that's not really how it works. It's not really about that. It's not really about the money making opportunities. It's more so about the rapper having the ability to kind of, you know, put themselves in front of a very ravenous streaming audience and shit, who may end up being like Lil Baby fans later on down the line. You never fucking know. Lil Baby doesn't really understand that and tries to tax PLAQUEBOYMAX and say, hey, if you want me to rap, if you want me to be on the stream, you're gonna have to pay me, and you're gonna have to split this whole revenue you're gonna be making for this stream with me 50-50, which obviously isn't the way to go, but it created for a very odd and strange and awkward dynamic for the guys in the room. So let's play the clip of how weird and awkward it got.
I could take the cam off so niggas don't see you rapping and shit.
No, you understand me.
Okay, I'm listening.
Money down.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Crazy, man.
So you gotta put money down. Wait, explain to me. I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
You understand everything else I've been talking about the whole day.
Okay, so you saying niggas gotta break bread with the stream for you to rap?
Nah, you gonna bust the screen down.
Wait,
yeah, today we splitting.
Okay, so we split the stream
revenue
the
for the day.
Revenue
for the day. That's
for you to rap.
Yeah.
Not
for me to rap. We doing that anyway. I'm already on here.
Oh, type.
So,
you just saying
like,
split the shit out.
Then I'd be like, okay, I'm finna go in motherfucking walk shit.
And wow.
And whoever said I had a ghostwriter, I really do this shit in like 10 minutes too. It ain't gonna take long at all.
Okay. Alright, let's do it then.
But go to the fun and see if it's worth it.
Now look though, I got.
Little baby's trying to he's trying to very subtly convince, or as we say in the UK, he's trying to very subtly twang PLAQUEBOYMAX into showing him the back end, showing him the admin panel, so he can get an idea on what type of revenue he's making from that stream, because he can't see it. The screen's not really up on the monitor. He can't see where he's sitting, so he's trying to convince PLAQUEBOYMAX, hey, get that screen up so I can see how much you're making from this stream. And obviously PLAQUEBOYMAX doesn't want to show him, but this is a fucking hilarious interaction, man. Like, this is the complete opposite of what these streams should be about. It's not really about money. It shouldn't really be about the money. It should really be about having fun with the streamer. If you're a rapper, I'd assume the whole point you go on these type of live streams is to show a different side of yourself. You may be a little bit more silly. You maybe kind of let your guard down. Maybe you'll talk about things you don't usually talk about. Like I saw one recently actually with Kevin Gates. Big up Kevin Gates. I forgot the guys he sat down with, the big guy and the little guy, who are kind of really funny. Kevin Gates kind of gets it when it comes to live streamers and stuff. He understands the fucking, the platform and what it brings and how to kind of interact with the chat and chill out. But Lil Baby is all about his business, aka scamming.
See how much the stream made after, and then we're gonna talk.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk.
Yeah, exactly. Run it up. Big up, run it up in the stream chat. He don't freestyle because his style ain't free.
So you don't see your revenue until like a couple days after. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, hold on. Is you scamming me? I mean, shit. They just screaming scam. Like, what is these niggas saying?
I love the stream chat.
Ain't that happened yet?
Yeah, no, I'm already knowing.
Extortion.
No scamming.
Now when you come and do something for somebody on the screen,
yeah.
Then when they try to work you, you gotta show them like, hey, I'm a real businessman. This is what I do.
Yeah.
He at my house. We chilling.
Facts. This is Bro Craig, and I appreciate you, that ass, like giving me this hospitality. Hospitality.
You know?
Yeah. Okay.
What would be the scam?
So
what the fuck is the scam?
So look.
When somebody talks to you like that in that tone, when somebody tries to, when someone talks to you in that tone, when somebody speaks to you like that or has that high pitched voice, they're definitely scamming. What was the scam? How about scamming you? Why would I scam you for? We're brothers, When someone uses that sort of tone, they're definitely scamming.
All right. When I be having niggas on, niggas be pulling up whether I'm at their crib. They be
thinking little nigga be scamming, so I want to know what the fuck the scam is.
All right, chat. Look. Scam, I think they saying you scamming
for saying I would have for the chat.
Yeah, because they want to see you rap, bro.
So what a part about it that is the scam?
Because they think you don't want to rap and you're not rapping. You get what I'm saying?
Right. No, but how's that a scam?
Because
I ain't tell y'all to come here to see me rap. Who the fuck I'm scamming? He said 50% jugging. What the fuck?
They just use they just using the word scam loosely, like.
Oh, they don't know
it
scam.
what
Maybe it's just like you scam. It might be
just
like the
as
lingo.
a bad word.
That was a very awkward sip there from PLAQUEBOYMAX. That was a very awkward and try to break the tension sip there. I feel him though.
And it don't matter what it means.
Okay, so look, right? So now I was talking about like making music on string and shit.
Huh?
You know, I was talking about making music on string.
You don't want no Red Bull.
Nah, I don't even be chasing that shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
So you get the whole drift of that one. There's a couple more clips I want to show you from this session that kind of give you an idea on the scam. The scam never ends, by the way, with Lil Baby. They go outside to play some basketball in Lil Baby's basketball court, and Lil Baby tries to run another scam on PLAQUEBOYMAX, another hustle, another. He tries to bust another move on PLAQUEBOYMAX. Lil Baby's got an endless, never-ending scams, never-ending hustles.
this nigga is a scammer, mind you. He wasn't even shooting his own.
Double the 10 makes 20. You would have won, you would have won 30. You lost 10.
Hold on, gang. What the fuck is you talking about? What? So we was at 10.
We at 10.
We doubled the 10 to go to 20. If I won, it went to 20. If I lose, it go to 0.
Nah,
so right now we even.
Nah, y'all both hit, so they like double up.
Nah, hell no. Hey, Chad, this nigga running some 4X scheme on the
You
nigga.
can't reverse the chat.
This nigga running a 4X scheme on the nigga. I'm gonna tell y'all.
Can you rewind the chat?
I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Can you rewind the chat?
No, you can't rewind the chat.
We need
this not
what you
YouTube
call
game.
it?
This not
Rep
YouTube game.
call.
Hey,
We need a rep call.
Chat,
We need a rep call, chat.
Chat, you trying to
Nigga,
scam
I
a
be
nigga?
fucked up. And that nigga owe me a dime, man.
He trying to scam a nigga or what?
Rewind
They
the
saying
camera.
ATL tactics.
Man, rewind. Rewind the camera.
They saying ATL Joe.
You know what's funny about it too? Like, I don't even think Lil Baby's doing this because he's down bad. That's the theory going on social media right now. There's a theory on social media that Lil Baby's down bad and he's struggling for money, and that's why he's trying to run the scam on PLAQUEBOYMAX. I don't think that's the case. I just think rappers have, found out, realized that a lot of these desktop live streamers, IRL streamers, have a lot of money. They make a lot of money. They make like hundreds and thousands a month via fucking subs on their flipping channels on Twitch and Kick alone, not on top of the endorsements and whatever else that they get via, when they're streaming live and shit. So they know that these guys make a lot of money, so they're just trying to get a bit of that. That's all it is. I don't even think he's down bad. I just think Lil Baby sees somebody that's got deep pockets, see someone that's got a fat wallet, pause, and he's like, I want some of that. If you want some of me, you have to give me some of that's what's in your pocket. You know what I mean? But it's such a funny thing because these live streams aren't about that. They should be just about, showing a different side of the rapper, getting them to kind of relax and chill, interact with the chat, make a tune on the spot, use those clips to go viral. Maybe those clips will help sell your album, blah, 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 blah. But for some reason, some of these rappers don't give a fuck about all of that. And I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like the never-ending scam of it all. I'm not going to lie.
Understand what you
Yeah,
saying.
you understand everything else I've been talking about the whole day.
Okay, so you saying niggas got to break bread with the stream for you to rap?
Nah, you gonna bust the screen down.
Wait,
Half
yeah,
today. We split.
Okay, so we split the stream
revenue
the
for the day.
revenue
For the day. That's
for
what
you
we
to
do.
rap.
Yeah.
The Lil Baby gets offended. I'm assuming it's not offensive. It's the wrong word there. When he starts to read the chat and they accuse him of scamming.
You get what I'm saying?
Only got that one.
Yeah, but look, see, they think I'm scamming you because they might think we had a situation to come here. You gotta tell them that I'm just your friend.
Nah.
You're a cool little dude.
That ass.
So
You just got to tell them I'm your friend. Please tell them I'm not scamming. Please tell them I'm your friend. You're a cool little dude. It's fucking hilarious.
this like a quick thing. This ain't like you playing me to be here now. I'm trying to scam you.
Nah, I'm already
I
knowing.
just came to fuck
Yo,
with
chat,
y'all.
hold on.
Chat.
Right.
Y'all gotta know. So now
No scamming, no
I'm
scamming.
showing y'all how to be business people.
No
Now
scamming.
when you come and do something for somebody on the screen,
Yeah.
then when they try to work you, you gotta show them like, hey, I'm a real businessman. This is what I do. You know?
Yeah.
He at my house. We chilling.
Facts. This is Bro Craig, and I appreciate
I
you
gotta
that
know
ass
how
like
to-
giving me
how
this
to-
hospitality.
gotta know how to-
Hospitality.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. So look.
What would be the scam?
Now, I want to end this section by saying the following. I think it's quite good that rappers treat streamers with just disdain and disrespect. I like that they are a little bit too cool for school. They don't show them any respect and they try to run their pockets. you know, or they act like they don't want to, or they don't really want to be there. Big up Trippy Red. I think it gives them a little bit of humility, because these kids are like 21, 22, max 25, making millions per month, right? I saw a video clip actually of PLAQUEBOYMAX just recently, showing off these 2 houses that he bought, one for himself and one for his friends to live in. Like amazing, right? Really, really lovely house. Aiden Ross bought a crazy fucking mansion recently too. So these guys have everything, right? They probably get a lot of people kind of, you know, falling over themselves to kind of offer them help or to chuck and jack them off. So I think it's a good thing at their ages, with all the success that they've got, that there are still some people out there that don't give a fuck about how much money they have, and still kind of treat them like little bros, still treat them like geeks, still treat them like nerds, treat them like dorks. I think it helps to build character. I'm not gonna lie. I think it helps to build character that these rappers are a little bit standoffish when it comes to streamers. Don't respect them in the slightest. Don't look at them as peers. Don't look at them as equals. You know, kind of sneer at them, look down at them. You know, I think it's a good thing overall. It kind of builds character, and you would hope someone like a PLAQUEBOYMAX definitely gains a lesson from this and realizes that some of these guys, although they are haha hee hee, they're not your friends, bro. If they can run a scam, if they can run a hustle to extract some money from you, they're gonna do it. So mind your P's and Q's, mind your P's and Q's, mind your P's and blood clot Q's. Moving on, let's go to Too Lazy to Try. Big up Too Lazy to Try. Too Lazy to Try has a new video out. Big up Too Lazy to Try. The video is called Wes Watson Snaps at His Girlfriend During an Unhinged Argument. There's been so many videos that have been put out there regarding Wes Watson. Big up Bubba. There's a channel called Bubba that I also watch that kind of does a really good job in terms of covering all of these what are they called? Are they like alpha influencers? Are they roided influencers? I don't know what that whole scene is, but that scene of like really jacked guys that scream into the camera and tell you that you're lazy, tell you that you're a bum, tell you that you should just like run more and you'll become a millionaire tomorrow type of thing, like a really crass Andrew Tate type of content. There's a lot of them. They're just popped out of the woodwork out of nowhere. I'm not too sure if they're all disciples of Wes Watson or they're from other places, but that Bubba channel, I recommend you check it out. It's really fucking good. Anyway, Wes Watson's been in the news. I think I've read something about his car, and so I don't really know. There's a lot of stuff in the news about him, but I think he's in the news primarily because of that beating that he gave that kid that turned out to the gym that went to fight him. I think he's currently facing that sort of shit, and that's probably going to come to a head very soon. And most likely, based on what people are saying online, he's probably going to be facing some prison time. So I'm not sure what the whole thing is about, but let's just check out what my guy Too Lazy to Try had to say about it. The video title is there. Wes Watson snaps at his girlfriend during an unhinged argument. Oh, big up, run it up. Okay, yeah, the roidosphere. The roidosphere is fucking hilarious. Big up Noodles, Manosphere. Big up Casey Shuffle. I think they called him a pickup artist. Nah, I don't think they're pickup art. That's be another name for them. They're a little bit too aggressive to just be pickup artists. They're a little bit too like in your face. There's probably another word for them. But anyway, let's go.
She never really is like actually like affectionate and like I love you so much and like you're everything.
Tell me what right now.
No.
Tell me what right now.
I love you, Wes.
Look how she said it. When she said, do you see how she said it? I love you, Wes. Like it was like sarcastic. Like I've been through a lot, and like for someone like her in our house like this, a piece to like even want to argue with me. It's like, dude, just hug me, just chill. Like I'll kill everybody. Leave me the alone, you know.
Is that his kid? Or is that her child? By the way, it's a really nice crib, by the way. Nice little view there over the pool. Is that his child or is that her child?
And so I just don't get why people don't get that with someone like that.
All right, so Wes Watson recently did a live stream that turned into an hour-long argument with him and his girlfriend because she isn't affectionate enough towards him. She doesn't want to have sex with him, and she keeps calling him names and making fun of him.
Wow. By the way, like, girls like this deserve a lot of rewards, you know? Girls like this deserve a lot of awards. The ones who are able to, like... The ones who are able to run guys' pockets like this without being affectionate. Because I don't know about you, but I feel like it's such a dangerous game to be a woman and to put yourself at the behest or to live under the roof of a man like this and to know full well that you're not going to give him any coochie, zero, but then you're also going to live off of him. It's really dangerous because I'm just, in my head, I'm thinking that guy, you never know when there's going to be a day he just thinks, fuck it, you know, and goes fucking ape shit on you and shit, you know what I mean? And forces himself on you and type of shit. So it's really incredible. It's pretty impressive, I think, that these women are able to keep these guys at arm's length while still running the play, while still running the scam, while still living well. It's a whole, like, I don't think, if there was a reverse, I don't think men could do it. The way women could do it, I don't think men could do it the way women could do it. Like, it's just, it's an amazing ability to do so. But I want to figure out how she's able to avoid being intimate with him while still getting him to spend money on her. That's what I want to know, because this Wes Watson guy seems like the type of guy that treats sex as a very transactional thing. So I would love to see how this girl runs this play. How does she live this life with this guy without giving him any box? Like, what is she doing right now? Because this guy seems kind of aggressive.
I mean, this was wild. The guy isn't even trying to hide the fact that his relationship is a complete train wreck and his girlfriend is clearly just with him for money. And it's like he wanted to prove to the audience that she doesn't really love him, but everybody already knew that. You know, it's like, wow, Wes Watson's former stripper girlfriend is only with him for money. What a shock. But it is crazy he'd want to show all this because, you know, his whole brand is him trying to be a badass and make people jealous of his life, which has been imploding for a while now, you know, both his life and his brand. But this is a new low. I mean, he's down bad. And imagine hiring this guy as your life coach. Like, he also needed Jack Doherty and his mom to try to mediate things. That's how desperate he is.
Is that who's there? Jack Doherty and his mum, or Jack Doherty? So Jack Doherty and his mum are in the crib. Jesus Christos.
He has this kid acting as his therapist. So these two are just a complete mess. It's crazy. They can't stand each other. It seems like they argue nonstop. And you could tell Wes was looking to start an argument during the stream.
It's also weird that Wes is hanging around this Jack Doherty kid, because you'd think this Jack Doherty kid would be a guy that Wes Woodson wouldn't respect, because he's a bit of a dork, isn't it? Yeah, I know he's got money, hangs out with like young OF girls and shit, but he's not, you know, he's not that impressive as a man. You know, he's not roided up. You know, he doesn't look like he's that athletic. Like, I don't know. You know how these guys are when it comes to their idea of manhood and shit. You would think he'd hate Jack Doherty, but I guess, you know, the clout's too much to resist.
Like, he wanted Jack and his audience to see what he deals with and take his side. But of course, this just made them all look completely unhinged. Like, whenever you think Wes has hit rock bottom, he always finds a new low. It's incredible. And there are also rumors that he's selling his Bugatti, so he's been flipping out over that and coping over it. And then also,
how does he even have that money to afford this stuff? Like, is this all from like fucking Discords and like mentorship stuff? Like, how does he even have enough money to afford a fucking Bugatti that he can sell? I'm assuming if he can sell it, it's his. Like, Jesus Christ, is this crypto scamming? Like, how the fuck did these guys have so much money? Like, it's pretty impressive in America. Like, even people that's like, in America, you guys have higher wages than us, and you also have, your scammers also make way more money than us. Like, huh? He's got like a matching, was that a matching Richard Mille on his wrist to match the fucking car? Jesus Christ.
I think the IRS might be looking into him soon, because during the stream, he admitted he doesn't pay taxes. He started bragging about that.
God, so no taxes?
Gee, why would you brag? Honestly, what is wrong with this guy?
Turn the cameras off. Yeah, facts.
Rather than paying my fucking money, they're tripping how much money they want from me. Holy shit. Yeah. And then I use creative ways to get rid of it, and they get mad at that.
So he just can't keep his mouth shut. And before they went to Wes's house, while they're still out shopping together, Wes had to warn Jack that his girlfriend is on her period.
It's crazy. It was the craziest trip.
I don't know what's going on there. I don't know.
What's going on where?
It was hectic before that.
Where?
At my house. It's my chick's period, dude. Whenever you chick, it's that time of month, fucking leave. Oh, I'm going to lunch, baby. It's all good.
Going to buy Bugatti wash.
I want to fight.
And I think Wes was on his period too. I mean, he always is. You know, he's always so emotional. And when they got to his house, you could tell he was just looking to start shit with his girlfriend. Like, he started talking about how his housekeeper is usually the one mediating things and acts as his therapist. So this poor lady has to deal with Wes flipping out every day and has to try to calm him down.
Jesus Christ.
She's basically she's our mediator. She's she takes care of the house.
That's funny.
And she makes sure that everyone in the family is acting their best. You know? She's the mutual party that keeps us all good. I talk to her about all my problems. She understands like this much of it because she doesn't understand full English, but she gets it. And
Jesus, he's so lonely, isn't it? Man is so lonely, bro. Like he's trauma dumping all these problems onto the fucking adorable fucking tia just trying to fucking make her money. Right? The adorable fucking abuela just fucking trying to make her money cleaning and stuff and keeping the house tidy. Here he is fucking trauma dumping on her. She just doesn't even know fucking, she barely understands English. Like leave the woman alone and go get therapy, man. Leave the woman alone or find some friends. I don't know, talk to ChatGPT or something, man. Leave that fucking lady alone. God damn it, Wes Watson.
It's very helpful to have someone to talk to.
So whatever Wes is paying her, it's not enough. You know, you said she's there every day and has to take care of the kids sometimes too. Even though Angie, I think, is a stay-at-home mom. Like, I don't know what these people are so busy with. You know, Wes just drives around in circles and shops all day, and she just sits next to the pool. And I guess when they're not doing that, they're just arguing. That's like a full-time job for them. So then Wes brings up how him and Angie get into giant fights all the time, which leads to a giant fight because she doesn't want to have sex with him and she complains too much about everything. So Wes just starts flipping out.
Jesus
and it's
Christ.
crazy. Angie's 3-year-old daughter is sitting there listening to all this.
Don't do that stuff, but then we blow up on each other.
Again, I don't know. These guys are interesting, innit? Because I feel like manosphere guys would insult you, would ridicule you if you were a dude who was dating a woman who already had a child. You know? Because these guys have really strange ways of how they view women. And for them, it's almost like a woman is worth nothing if they already have their own child, right? She has to be this fucking, you know, I don't know, Swiss model who's a virgin, but is built like a fucking stripper, but is also God-fearing. It's like they've got this weird archetype, or they've got this weird, you know, preference, or no, they've got this weird idea of what a woman should be, or what women that they kind of are attracted to. But then in their real lives, in their daily lives, day-to-day life, sorry, the women who they date or who they're in relationships with, they are those women. Like, you know, a lot of the fresh and fit guys go out those, you know, they go out with three or four, as they call them. This Wes Watson guy's going out with a woman who's essentially a single mom. So I don't like that they chat shit so much to the students and kind of talk all this big game. Like, oh yeah, you should never be with a single mom, and they do the same thing behind closed doors. Like, just tell guys how to treat women nice. Do you know what I mean? Tell them how to fucking be like, you know, gentlemen and shit to these ladies. But there's no need to say that women who have kids have no value when you yourself are dating or with someone in a committed relationship with somebody who has a fucking 3-year-old daughter. It's fucking crazy. Yo, big up Coil in the stream chat. Big up Coil in the stream chat. Big up Coiler in the stream chat.
We forget everything we're saying.
But that happens.
Yeah, if you love someone, this is what I tell her. Hey, if I'm not going to argue with you.
Yo,
Powerful bunch.
Yo, big up Big Booth. Appreciate you. Big up Big Booth. Thank you, Big Booth. Appreciate you. Big up Big Booth. Thank you for joining. Thank you for becoming a member of the Random Show. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you for becoming a member. You're a fucking legend. Big up, Blank Up, Big Booth. We are inching closer to that 500 member goal. Not so close, but yeah, we're inching there.
About more sex or more physical intimacy or anything like that, you should be happy that I'm arguing with you about that. Because the guy who's not arguing about that is doing it somewhere else. He's out getting it somewhere else. And that is what I'm not doing. So I'm very loyal. Like, I don't cheat. But I mean, that's what a girl should, if your guy is really on your leg, like, hey, I want it more, hey, I want you more, hey, I want you more, that is a fucking good sign, because the guy who isn't doing that is fucking cheating on you. You understand that?
There's something very unbecoming in it about a man that swears this much in front of a fucking baby, innit? A literal child. Maybe people are different in the stream chat, I don't know, but shouldn't you do this in front of kids? I know some people have a different philosophy, right? They want to talk in front of their kids how they talk normally in front of other adults to get their kid used to that type of language because they're going to hear it outside anyway. But I don't understand. You don't really have a leg to stand on if you tell your kid not to swear when you're swearing, you know? It's hard to really discipline your kid and to teach your kid good manners, decency and shit when you're like effing and blinding and shit. It's just not, you know? And even just talking about these type of subjects, even though the baby doesn't understand what's going on, just talking about these type of subjects, like essentially talking about fucking and shit, just allow it, innit? Like, wait for the baby to sleep. Put the baby in another room or something. Like, you know, why are you talking about this shit in front of the fucking kid? I know it's not his kid, but still, it's a little bit nasty.
She's locked in right now. She's taking notes.
Well, no, the thing is, too, a lot of times guys don't, there's a difference between, like, when women need safety and then they open up.
This is what guys don't need to understand.
They do though, because
Yeah, exactly. Big up Coiler. That's a good example. I never drank beer in front of mine. Most likely your kid won't even know it's beer anyway, right? At a certain age. Depends on how old they are. But your kid probably won't be able to tell if you were drinking beer anyway. But you don't do it just to not be drinking beer in front of your kid, you know? You don't want to be that dad, you know? So you just don't do it. You just wait and, I don't know, wait until the kid sleeps. It's not that deep. Like, I don't know, man. Just little things like that is kind of, I don't know. I think it's also kind of good as well for the parent to, like, you know, change your behavior based on if your kid's around, so you can, you know, mature a little bit, learn how to give certain things up, learn how to kind of, you know, do without with certain things, you know. I don't know, just change some of the things that poor habits that you do. I don't know, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people do it, don't get me wrong, Wes Olsen's not the only one. I've seen a lot of parents do this sort of thing where they FM blind in front of their kids, but me personally, I think it's very disgusting.
Don't have a guy understand that. This is a guy. If a guy doesn't hit you, doesn't cheat, and he pays the bills, shut the fuck up, because that's about as good as you're gonna get it.
no, that's why we go. That's why we go. Okay,
Jesus Christ.
We go like this because a provider is gonna provide mental, emotional,
Dude,
spiritual
don't ask a
safety.
guy who looks like this to provide it.
That's why you are gonna level up on every other level when you do that inner work.
No.
Imagine you knowing how to.
Okay, that's like me telling her to make $10 million. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I go. I should go make $10 million.
Hold on, exactly.
Okay, fine.
Then teach me. Then show me.
Yeah, I
and
do
then
teach
I
you.
can work on
And
it.
when I do teach you, I don't yell at you about it. I say, yeah, let's post this and do this. When they actually teach me, they yell at me and tell me I'm a piece of shit. They have a horrible way of teaching. Like,
I don't like teaching. I'm more.
Wasn't he complaining just a couple of minutes ago about him not getting enough sex from his girl? No? Wasn't he just complaining just a minute ago about not getting enough sex from his girl? And he's talking to her this way. Do you think this is the way you're going to get it?
More of like just pick up on it after just being around.
You say what? Do you know how you talk online?
I don't talk to people that way on my coaching. They love me.
Yeah, and Angie did have a point there. You know, it's hilarious. Wes says yelling at people and calling them names is a horrible way of teaching, because that's exactly what he does. You know, people will pay him $3,000 a month and he'll just sit there yelling at them and calling them losers.
Yeah. And I think some people need this, isn't it? It's probably like the same thing. Like, I follow a couple of girls. I follow a couple of girls on Twitter. One specifically doesn't even try. Like, big her up. What's her name? She's like a rave girl. She's from Ireland. And she went viral during COVID. She's like this cute little Irish girl with like a massive bum. I wish I remember her name. I follow her on Twitter. But she's really low effort. But essentially, she does this thing where like she has like a what they call them? She has findoms. She has findoms. So essentially, she has all these guys around the world who send her money through the online banking Revolut, right? They send her money, just message money, right? And anytime she gets sent money from a guy, like $20, $50, €100, whatever it is, she'll take a screenshot of it and be like, "That's more like it, you filthy pig," or like something like that, right? And I think to myself, like, what did the guys get out of it? But I think they like that. I think they like the fact that she says that. That's not enough. Like, she's, you know, she'll post a screen. She'll post a screenshot of what she got, like her incoming, and then say, "Oh, that's not enough." Yeah, that's it. Pay pigs. There we go, Casey. Yeah, she'll say, "Any more pay pigs out there wanting to get drained?" Like, she doesn't even try that hard, but she gets a lot of money, man. Like, she gets sent like 20, 30 pounds. Like, I always seeing these little small increments, and those things add up, bro, over the day. So I think some people do enjoy getting spoken down to in that way. So I think this is a form of financial domination, right? Is that what Findom is? I think this is a form of it, in a way. This whole shouting thing that Wes Watson does to his students.
Nasally voiced motherfucker Kirk, who hasn't had his sign up in the first week, nobody's fucking with. This is the best coaching you'll ever get.
No, honestly, I'm not lying, Ason. I wish I remember her name. I think her name is like Nicole or something. Let me see if I can find her. She's like she's like a bit of a rave girl. And I think I followed her during the pandemic. Yeah, that's her name, Nicole. Yeah, I got her right here. What's her name? Nicole Free. Is it? Nicole Free underscores. Hopefully she doesn't have anything racy. Hopefully there's nothing too racy on her account. But I'll show you her page now. X.com. Let's see if we can find her. Not X.com. 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 X Is it NC? No, NLCOE. There we go. There we go. That's her there. That's her. That's her right there. So I'll show you what I mean. She kind of posts these like it. I don't think she tries, like, to my opinion. I don't think she's trying that much. I'll show you what I mean. She'll post a screenshot of somebody sending her money, but she'll be like, "That's it. I need more." Where is it? Hold on. See there, like this. I love being a girl, you know. It's like, someone just sent her what, 30 euros. Cool. Another one. That's more like it. It's like, you know, it's a good life, isn't it? No? What's another one? I need some more, but I don't know. She doesn't really give. You know, there's not a lot going on there. Let's see if we can find some. Oh yeah, see, there we go. There's a big batty. What do you guys think in the stream chat? Someone said it. It's not true. Maybe it's the angle. I don't know, but it looks pretty big to me. Let me see if we can find another one. Any more posts of these screenshots? Hold on. What is it? No more? Okay, no more. Maybe no more. That's it. Is that it? Love it. You know, love it. Sent you £20. Love it. Pretty crazy, man. Pretty. Pay pigs are back. Are so back. Yeah. So I don't know. Interesting life, innit? Interesting life, man. Interesting fucking life. I wonder how you get into this sort of stuff. Do you just find yourself on it? Like, how do you get into this sort of stuff? Where do you find these pay pics? You know?
Why the f do you think they're not signing up with you? Be honest.
I mean, I've had some people message me, and I've seen people like.
Yo, big up, at Jack Downey Jr. No doubt you can find a bunch of women that say men that pay them for no reason. I don't believe that's right. Hold on, what? Big up Jack Downey Jr. What do you mean, my guy? Know that you can find a bunch of women that say that men pay them for no reason. I don't believe that's real. What do you mean you don't believe it's real? You think they're doing more? So you think that girl does more? Do you think that girl sells herself and shit online? Is that what you're trying to say? So you don't think she just gets money for free? You think she's tricking? You think she's out here selling a snatch? Is that what you're trying to say? You think so? But okay, let's say she is an escort, right? How does she go about doing it then? Where's her links? Has she got a link? She got links on there. No, she goes Instagram only. How does she do it then? Is she just doing it through the DMs? Like, do you think if some guy DMs her today, like if I DM'd her today and said I've got $5,000 for you, or I've got 100, like that's pretty scary to think that. I don't think that's true though. Do you think so? Do you think all these? Fuck, I'm looking at these screenshots differently now. I'm so fucking naive. I'm looking at these screenshots so differently now. So you're trying to tell me these are what? So what's all this stuff these people are sending her? Are these like little? Are these what is this? Are they testing the waters? What do you think this is? Are they testing the waters? Do you guys think she's an escort? What do you guys think? I think that girl is making shit up. Really? Shit. Okay, so you think the screenshots are not even real? Okay. Right, Ken, if I was an escort, I would do it in the DMs. Now people are just losers. AZ wants deets. Yo, Brian Laura, you read my mind, brother. DMs, I would think. Coiler, DM her. I got a gram and 20 pence and sent it to go. Come on, you know me too. We can bust down this 8-ball real quick. We can bust down this 8-ball real quick. I got a fucking sofa bed. I got a sofa bed and spotty Wi-Fi. What you saying? Wow, man, you guys blew my mind. She might be a fucking escort. Okay, fair play. Fair fucking play. But I guess this is a tricky business though, because you gotta wait for all your incomings. You can't really advertise yourself. It's a weird business then to be in. Don't you guys think? You can't really promote yourself. Or you can promote yourself through the pictures, through the first traps, but you can't really promote your services. You kind of just have to, like, you know, play it cool or play it coy, like, you know? Oh, anyways. Let's continue.
I've been posting
You're
consistently.
still talking about a strategy. Who's Kirk? Like, you honestly are like deserving a sign up in the first 2 weeks. Wait and ask why you didn't get your sign up. You get the difference, dog? You get it?
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I get it. The reason I was asking the question was just because I feel like I haven't had a lot of guidance through the whole process. I feel like it was just kind of like,
yeah, that's what you're gonna say now. The other people with the same.
Yeah, but Jack Downey Jr. What people those could be from a fucking mum for we know. That doesn't I remember hearing about that. Who was it? Was it DSP? I remember hearing about DSP doing the same sort of thing. It's what was it called? I think it was priming the tip jar. I've heard of that fucking method, that phrase, which I never heard of before DSP. And the whole priming the tip jar thing is like you put money in there yourself in a tip jar so that it makes people more inclined to tip more. Because if the tip jar is empty, people don't feel like tipping because the tip jar is empty. You know, it's kind of like a group thing type of thing. So I wonder if some of those, if what Jack Downey Jr. is saying is true, and maybe she kind of like, you know, primes the tip jar by sharing those screenshots and making it seem like random men are sending her 20, 30 pound and shit, when actually it could just be a fucking mum sending her fucking pocket money. Big up Nicole.
Same blueprint.
And it sounds like Angie treats him the way he treats his clients. Like, apparently she's always calling him names and starting shit with him. And it sounds like she just tries to egg him on. And when he starts raging, like, she clearly can't stand him and is with him for money. And now the money's starting to run dry. So I think that's why they're all stressed out.
There's women who aren't fucking saying fuck you and shit, and calling you a shit. There's women who don't call you a ass bitch. Like, there's women who don't do that.
Make a woman call you a faggot ass bitch.
Dude, you called everybody that. Everybody you've ever dated, you've called shit like that.
No, I haven't.
Every single one.
How would you know? He's so crazy. He always says, you did this in all your other relationships.
I know the guys.
No, you don't.
That's a bunch of that's a lot of insecurity coming out there, isn't it? That sentence, a weird sentence, says somebody. You said it to all the guys you dated. It's like, why are you thinking about all the guys I've dated? Why aren't you just thinking about me and us right now in this moment? Why are you concerned about what I did in previous relationships? Don't know, man. That sounds like a lot. That sounds like a guy that's projecting a little bit. You know, a lot of projection going, a lot of insecurities going on right there.
Yes, I do. When I was in prison and someone called me a bitch, you have to them, okay? Like, if someone calls you, if in prison someone calls you a punk or a bitch, you have to them up. And so out here, when people are calling me a punk or bitch, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, stop! I don't know how to fucking take this. And they do it on purpose, knowing that I'm fucking mad, you know?
I don't know, man. Do any of you guys have a feeling we're gonna see a news article about Wes Watson soon, with a mugshot of him being fucking, you know, accused of something heinous, like an M charge or something? He's got that energy about him, innit? He's got that energy about him. Like, if he doesn't settle down, if he doesn't chill out, if he doesn't fucking breathe in and breathe out, if he doesn't just chill, I've got a feeling this guy's gonna end up in one of those situations where we see his fucking picture on the fucking news, and it's because he caught some mad body. And I hope it's not that woman, by the way. I hope it's not the woman in his house. He seems very, very unhinged.
And if you're making someone like me mad, like, why are you doing that? Like, hug a person like me. I came out of hell. Like, when I'm pissed off, hug me and say, babe, calm down. She won't do that. She'll be like, look at you. Instead of hugging me and saying, hey, I don't want you to be so mad. Like, I know you've been through hell. She'll never just hug me and tell me, fucking, it's gonna be okay and chill. And I asked for it. I'm like, just hug me, just chill.
Find another girlfriend then, bro. I don't know what to tell you. What to tell you about this. If she's a little bit cold, if she's a little bit unemotional, if she's not as what's it thing called? If she's not as tactile as he'd want, lovey-dovey as he'd want, maybe that's part of his love language. Go find somebody else that can do that for you, bro. Why is he trying to bully this woman into doing things she doesn't want to do? Like, you know, like, she seems pretty chill. If that's not what he wants in a girl, he wants her to be a little bit more on him all the time, bouncing up and down him and shit. Go find a girl that can do that for you, innit? Like, Jesus Christ, man, give her a break.
Someone who's like talking at me or yelling at
See,
me.
but
I don't go to that.
look, I talk like this. Do you guys think I'm talking at you or yelling at you? I talk like this. This is how I talk. When she watched my videos and didn't know me, it was like this. And then I still talk like this. This is just how I talk. I just talk like this. Like, even when someone confronts me, like, what? I didn't fucking do it. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, I talk fast, and I talk like this. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking like that for? Talking at me.
To be fair, his tone still changed. He's making it seem like he talks like this, but his tone is very different. Before he was shouting a bit more, you know, the decibels of his voice were a lot higher. He did lower it there. That's very manipulative. I'm talking calmly. Yeah, you're talking calmly now, but you weren't talking calmly a minute ago. Like, stop talking shit.
I'm like, I'm not. I'm just fucking like, what do I do? So
he's like a big scary man. He's like, I'm just talking. Stop running from me.
Yeah, so these two sound like they're parents of the year. You know, Angie has her kids around Wes while he's freaking out and talking about killing people, and she just eggs him on. I mean, this is out of control. And eventually Angie does tell him that he has to be careful about what he says around her kids, because Wes starts talking about getting his dick sucked right in front of her 3-year-old daughter. But Wes is like, she's not listening. You know, she's distracted watching the PBD podcast on her iPad.
I can do that. I'm just going to start doing more streams with people and dip them more. I'll make it so you want me more. Watch. I'll play that game double time. I'm in a different city, bitch. What's up now? I'm here.
Jesus Christ, man. Like, everyone's a mess there, isn't it? Jack Doherty's mum standing around listening to all this nonsense. Jack Doherty giggling away like a little schoolgirl because this guy's his idol. Like, the woman with her daughter there not moving the daughter to another room or just leaving all together. What an absolute mess.
It's fucking a Bugatti, bitch. What's up? Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, but that's just so, that's so immature.
No, but it's not even a game. The only way guys, no, it's not a game. The only way guys cannot get what they want is to do something else. They have to redirect their energy. So if I really want to be with you physically and you're too tired, then I have to fucking go do something else to where I'm distracted. So I have to go do something with Jack and then I'd forget. If I'm at the house and you're at the house and I'm wanting my dick sucked and I can't get my fucking dick sucked, I'm pissed. Like,
yeah,
fuck.
Like,
and so this is the thing.
Then just go find another bitch. Be like, fine, you know what?
But I'm not trying to say it like that. She doesn't know what we're saying. She said in front of the baby.
Oh,
like the baby.
I know, but just a little bit of, you know, just a little bit.
I was gonna say BJ, but I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
Why going for Jack Doherty's mum as well? What's up with her? Why going for Jack Doherty's mum? Is she wanting to get blasted as well? Like, I don't know.
Alone time, you know. The baby doesn't know what we're saying. Jack going crazy. What they got?
They're just saying crazy.
No, this made it way better. This is fucking awesome. You guys, I'm glad you guys got to be part of our normal arguments. That's awesome. Because guess what? I don't give a fuck either way.
She was here too. Oh, we should have brought her.
Here's the thing. Oh, I love this woman to death. If she asks me to do something, I'll do it. If I'm fully wrong, I'll admit it. But the thing is I'm still just always gonna be me.
So this is such a shit show. I mean, imagine what they're like off camera.
What a fucking prize he is, isn't it? What a fucking prize he is. Big up to his to try for that one. This is kind of making me depressed because I'm just looking at that little cute little baby there right in the middle of all that nonsense. And I'm just hoping that she's not, you know, traumatized too much from this fucking bullshit. She's got a terrible mum and a terrible father figure in her life at this moment. And I hope it turns around because that little baby's fucking innocent, you know? But she's literally caught in the middle between two of these fucking absolute psychopaths. Sad situation all around. But again, I give this woman on this chair a lot of ratings. Like, I don't know how they do it. I'd love to know. I'd love to see a documentary about it. But I'm fascinated about the women who live this life, who somehow are able to live this life of like luxury and materialism and shit and cars and fancy, you know, private planes and all this shit. You know, living off the dime of another man, but they don't give them any sex. You know, they're zero affectionate. When the guy tries to kiss them in public, they're sort of like, you know, leaning back and shit, dodging their fucking kisses like a fucking cobra and shit. I'd love to know how they do it, because a lot of these guys who are wealthy or rich, let's say, and love to have trophy wives, they are very possessive and they do treat sex to be very transactional. So I would love to know, I'd love to know how these women are able to kind of extract the money out of these guys without giving them any box. Like, what do they do? What do they say? How do they do it? Do they keep promising it and then not following through? Like, what is the hustle? Because that's got to be a fucking interesting little game. Big up her. Big up her. Next one. Big up NICKANDROS. We're going to quickly cover this one and then move on to Tfatk shit. This is the latest video from NICKANDROS, the one that kind of blew the lid on MUTAHAR being a fake engineer. It feels like just the other day it happened, but it happened 2 weeks ago according to this upload on his channel. He uploaded another video that says MUTAHAR'S engineer lie was legal. So the latest update regarding MUTAHAR is that maybe him calling himself an engineer in the because I think Canada's got some very strict laws about how you refer to yourself, or referring to yourself as an engineer, and things that you need to actually be referred to or seen as a certified engineer. So it seems like based on the title alone, NICKANDROS is trying to say that MUTAHAR did nothing illegal. But I haven't watched the video yet, so I'm going to react to it with you guys here. MUTAHAR'S engineer lie was legal. Let's fucking go.
Welcome, I'm NICKANDROS. If you've seen my video, MUTAHAR'S been a fake engineer for 10 years, you probably walked away with the conclusion that he's been claiming to be all different kinds of engineer based on computer work he did in high school. All of that is true. He has presented himself as an engineer on his channel dozens of times, but on his live streams and podcasts, which not all of his main audience will see, he has admitted to being a dropout, that he hasn't been an engineer in years or eons, but he was still presenting himself as an engineer in the present tense, giving the false impression that he is currently an engineer. He's since apologized and stated he's not an engineer, and he didn't even state in his defense that one of his job titles contained the word engineer at one point, so it is true that he's been a fake engineer for 10 years. However, I made a mistake in my coverage. I claimed that MUTAHAR calling himself an engineer was illegal, or that it could be illegal. Now I do want to give the disclaimer.
Big up Silas.
Give gun.
I've had enough of this man.
Yeah. I was just thinking about him earlier today, actually. Big up Silas. I was just thinking about him earlier and about like lying in general and just how much I've missed out on and just how much money I've left on the table and how many potential scams I shouldn't have took advantage of, or plays I should have run if I was more susceptible to lying or more able to lie in that way, you know. Like I can probably lie, but I can't lie like this, you know. This level of lying is like it requires a different type of human. Like lying about your upbringing, lying about your origin story, your education, your background, you know, your experiences in life. Like this is a fucking lower level, but it is quite lucrative. It is quite profitable. Like clearly, like kind of gassing yourself up, lying, you know, spicing up your rice and shit, you know, faking it till you make it is actually a viable option to making it in this world. And I just wish I had the, you know, I had the fucking ability to do so, but I don't, unfortunately. Fucking pussy-o.
Disclaimer that I'm not a lawyer or a Canadian. I'm just a guy who looks stuff up online, and based on what I've read, it's actually illegal to call yourself an engineer if you are not a licensed engineer. In a later part of the video, I made the same claim without actually couching it. At least Pirate Software's lies didn't break the law. But then I couched it again. Once again, I am not a lawyer. It might not be illegal for MUTAHAR to lie about being an engineer. There were many theories in the comment sections and discussions around this video, for and against the idea that him calling himself an engineer or a computer engineer was legal or illegal. Some claimed it was not illegal because MUTAHAR never sold engineering services, and others claimed it was illegal because using professional engineering titles such as computer engineer was a title violation. Harmful Opinions got sick of this uncertainty, and he followed the guidelines of Professional Engineers Ontario, which instructs people to report anyone claiming to be an engineer if their name doesn't appear in their public database.
Fucking hell, the internet is fucking crazy. People are snitching on MUTAHAR to the what? To the engineer lobby and shit for like stolen engineer valor. This is fucking unhinged.
He has received back a response from the PEO and then sent the email to me. It reads as follows. Thank you for your email. We have completed our investigation regarding Mr. Renas's use of the title engineer. It is our opinion that the evidence provided to us does not constitute a violation of Ontario law. The text of the relevant provision of our statute reads, every person who is not a holder of a license or a temporary license and who uses the title engineer or an abbreviation of that title in a manner that will lead to the belief that the person may engage in the practice of professional engineering is guilty of an offense. As such, the mere use of the title does not create an offense. An important consideration is whether or not the use of the title can clearly be attached to the province of Ontario. Although Mr. Anas is a resident of Ontario, none of his videos directly attach his use of the title to the province. If we were to interpret the statute otherwise...
Yo, this is too autistic for me, man. I don't give a fuck. He's just gonna go through like shit like this. This is way too autistic for me, man. This is way too autistic for me. Big up Mutahar. If you are an engineer, if you're not an engineer, this is fucking entertaining to watch, but this is a little bit too autistic. I don't care this much. Honestly, don't care this much. But yeah, let's move on. Let's move on, man. What the fuck? I thought he was gonna actually get onto some good shit. Let's get onto Tfatk sub. What have I missed out on? 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 Let's quickly go through some quick topics here, and I'm gonna go over to some clips that I got as well on my end of things. What I miss out? What I miss out? What I miss out? What I miss out? What I miss out on? Let's go here. Check please glitch.
Waves are
Wait,
just
Ocean, I'm 30 minutes.
Yeah, they're too
Ocean,
big.
check please.
Yeah, I did it 15 in the Mediterranean.
Check
Waves
please.
are too big.
No,
I was
no.
like, no.
Yeah, that's when it's exhausting, when you're constantly fighting all that shit. Yeah, check
I'm
please.
just not good at it. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, check please.
So there it is.
He has such a unique ability, isn't it? He has such a unique ability. Honestly, he has such a unique ability to like run jokes into the ground. I've never seen somebody else do this sort of thing. Like maybe when you're like a kid, people like do that. You know, when there's like a new saying, there's like a new slang word, there's a new term everyone uses, but like he beats it into the ground like in like quick succession. He sort of like, you know, does it in a Mac 10 way, you know, machine gun fire way. Like how many times do you say check please in this 15-second clip?
Waves are
Wait,
just
Ocean, I'm 30 minutes.
Yeah, they're too
Ocean,
big.
check please.
Yeah, I did it 15 in the Mediterranean.
Check
Waves
please.
are too big.
No,
I was
no.
like, no.
Yeah, that's when it's exhausting, when you're constantly fighting all that
can't do
shit.
it.
Yeah, check
I'm
please.
just not good at it. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, check please.
4.
So there it is.
He said check please 4 times in 15 seconds. He's so fucking weird, man. I wonder if that's like an Adderall thing as well. Do you think that's Adderall? Or do you think he's just like a little bit, you know, not all there in the head mixed with the CTE and shit? Maybe that's the consequence of Adderall. If Adderall's speed, you know, he's got that kind of, he's got that sort of like
powerful bunch
sort of energy. Big up all disease.
As the great theoretical physicist Dr. Oppenheimer said, I am become Bappa, destroyer of bits.
Yeah, he is. He really is. He really is a strong destroyer of bits. I've become Bappa's destroyer of bits. I become meme. Big up Elon, man. I become meme. Honestly, I don't know if I would be happy being Elon, man. Being that rich but being that lame, you know, being that much of a dork, it's just a horror in itself, man. Like there's no point of being that rich if you're that much of a dork. Like I become meme. Where's comedy? What's that? What do you say? Like, the the star jump thing that he did on the stage with Trump. Anyway, let's continue. Disease. Chin about to get C-clamped.
Have you seen that video on Instagram of that black girl going, "This is for the straight people out there. When did you realize you were straight?" And it cuts to some young kid. Have you seen this?
No.
For the straight or street?
Straight. Like,
Straight.
how'd you know you're a straight person?
Jesus Christ, Chin. For the street people. Did he say street people because of Brendan mentioned it was a black person? For the street people. What do you mean street people? Come on, Chin, bro. How you this dumb?
Straight or street? For the straight or street?
Straight. Like,
Straight.
how'd you know you're a straight person?
Did Chin graduate high school? Did Chin get hold back a bit? Like, he seems like he's not all there, man, honestly. Like, and I'm not even saying this to be mean. Like, did Chin get held back and shit? For the street or the street? Like, what? Street?
For the straight or street?
Straight. Like, how'd you know you're a straight person?
Brian laughing.
I don't know. I was jerking off to.
Oh, no, this kid crushes it.
Yeah, great podcast by the way. Love the dead air.
My boy Blake sent me this. It's so funny.
Of course, Blake sent him it, right? He couldn't just find it by himself. Another kind of tenet of a locale. Never find stuff by himself. Always somebody sending it to them.
The name.
Oh, here it is.
All right.
Take this in, Chin.
Pause. Oh, Rinks, you dirty bastard.
Who's going to Epstein Island? Even if they redo the place.
I mean, if it's a nice.
Hey, where you guys going?
resort.
Epstein? You know where Epstein Island's at? They redid it, man. It's a 4 seasons. It's fantastic.
Well, I mean, there's yeah.
It isn't a nice island.
Look, there's some dirty energy there, but I mean, listen. Why let that?
There's
it's
other
an
places
island.
to go though.
Is it a good beach? I mean, why wouldn't you have a luxury resort there?
Plans to build. Who bought that? But you got a hell of a deal.
For 60 mil.
St. James, yeah, it's probably pretty nice.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Helipad, gas station.
I just sneezed
I
everywhere.
feel like there's other places to go though.
Japanese bathhouse.
3 private beaches. I mean, that's not a bad place to get it on.
Of course, Brian Callen's considering going there in Epstein Island. Of course, Brian Callen's there. He's probably been there already anyway. Knowing someone like Brian with the connections his dad has and shit, it wouldn't surprise me. He's probably been there, but he's never going to admit it. The guy is talking museums.
And if you were black back then, you ain't walking this. You're somebody's property.
Were you depressed when you left that museum?
I wasn't.
Yo, that's a mad place to start a fucking clip in it. What the fuck's he even talking about?
And if you were black back then, you ain't walking this. You're somebody's property.
You can tell when people don't have a lot of black friends in it with the stuff they talk about. It's like, what? Huh? What the fuck? Where did he go? Like, Jesus Christ.
Depressed.
Like,
and if you were black back then, you ain't walking this. You're somebody's property.
Were you depressed when you left that museum?
I wasn't necessarily depressed, but I took a minute. I took a minute to
Taking your white guilt
to feel how lucky I am, or all of us are. All of us, that we don't have to.
All right, take it easy.
Yeah,
take it easy.
Yeah. Anyway, nice Playhouse.
Did they have a merch store?
They did not have a merch store. I'm glad you asked.
There's
no,
nothing?
I did not see any merch.
That'd be a ballsy move.
It would be a ballsy move. The African American Museum where I went, I did. I went there. Yep. I was like, let me.
Oh,
go
you
see
had
that.
nothing to do.
Well, here's the thing.
Hey, hold on. You had
Brendan,
nothing.
Brendan,
to do.
please. Yeah. The thing about the African American Museum also, and museums in general, is it's a tough one.
Well, you don't have the attention span.
I don't. And does anybody really? I know you might learn some things, but
not really. After about 30 minutes, like, Jesus, I got it.
Then
it'd be hilarious, right? If Brendan and his wife went on holiday somewhere with the kids and there was an African American museum and she wanted to go, but he didn't. That'd be fucking hilarious if that happened. I'd fucking love to see that. Her taking pictures next to all her favorite blacks, you know? Oh, fucking hilarious. Continuing, Bappa couldn't help but cheat on the wife while on the road, so he had to quit stand-up.
It's like that movie Flight, Denzel Washington. I'm in the hotel room and you got a bar there.
Yeah.
I go in Charleston, you got tits everywhere.
Tits and ass everywhere.
We all know I'm trying to walk a straight line.
And by the way, let the sun go down and let the drinks start flowing. Because if you don't think there's drinking and drugging in Charleston.
I'm a werewolf. I'm a Charleston werewolf.
I mean, I'm
a South Carolina werewolf.
They ain't nothing but apples. Just
how do you pronounce werewolf like that? Werewolf? What? Werewolf? What? What do you say?
I'm a South Carolina werewolf.
They ain't nothing but apples.
Wolf.
Just
University Gamecocks. Well, your boy's heavy here on the cock.
I mean, all you're doing is walking down the street. Might have a collared shirt on. You know what I mean? You might have a collared shirt on. You might have a nice pair of.
Brian going to another town, Brian going to a college town and getting a super hard boner that he didn't stop talking about for ages. It's kind of weird, to be honest, especially when you consider that his daughter's probably college age, you know? Brian is really giving old creepy guy vibes, bro. Like, why are you even looking at fucking teenagers like that in the first place anyway? Like, just pretend you don't see them, for fuck's sake. Like everyone else does.
Slacks. You might just be wearing a thin t-shirt that's rather expensive. Maybe something made of see-through cotton with some khakis. And what happens
I don't even put myself in that situation.
They
bud.
go, that guy's 6'4". He's got cauliflower ears. He looks dangerous. And then somebody goes, I'll run a shop. Can I take a picture? And you're in a bar? And they go, who's that?
That leads to...
Who's that?
We know what that leads to.
It leads to you going home. It leads to you going home alone. It leads to you getting in a car and going, have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, I'm not...
I'm a sober man right now.
It's depressing. Yeah, you don't want...
Okay? I'm a family man. I got a 6 a.m. flight.
No.
And I'll see you later.
No,
and thank you for the
You're
attention.
pointing on the road for that reason now.
Thank you for the...
I can't handle it, bro.
Thank you for the attention.
I'm a disciplined dude, but I can only take some. One man, as you said.
As I say, it's if the wind blows hard and strong enough, even the strongest levee will break after a while.
And this levee's tough.
Yo, quitting stand-up comedy because you cheat too much is fucking crazy, you know. But it does make sense, you know. Probably Slow Joe gave him an ultimatum. Hey, it's either we get divorced or you keep whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but stand-up comedy being the fucking. To be fair, he's probably not the only person. There's probably been a bunch of comedians out there who are probably divorced or going through relationship problems because they talk so much. But him deciding to quit stand, like not having the ability to have any, not trusting or not having any ability to have any self-control, and then to continue doing stand-up is fucking hilarious, right? Just like, I can't do it, so just quit. It's like, what? If I go on tour, like, I'm definitely gonna cheat. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, that's kind of wild. If anything, why would the wife be happy either? Like, what? Just keeping him at home is gonna ensure that nothing happens. It's like, you know, you have to be able to trust your guy, you would imagine. But hey, maybe some people are different when it comes to this sort of stuff. Is nicotine a drug or just honoring your rituals?
And you don't drink anymore.
Nothing.
It's all good.
No drugs, no drinking.
No. Who's that guy he fought?
No clue.
Okay. But good for Neil. Been fighting for a minute.
Why do you just have a bin next to him? Why doesn't Chin buy a bin and just put it next to him? Why doesn't he have a bin that he could even have a bin that's like a basketball hoop or something, so you can kind of, you know, gamify the fucking chucking of the little nicotine pouches into the bin. But why does it have to be stuffed into a chair? You know what's really disgusting about this, by the way? He could get away with doing this at that old the LA office, sorry, the Fit Boy Studios offices, obviously studio, sorry, the Fit Boy Studio in LA, the one that they moved away from, because if I'm not mistaken, that had that came with cleaners who would assume clean every studio, you know, after 6 or 5 and shit. So you'd imagine those aunties will probably be, you know, digging their fingers into the crevices of the couches and making sure they're all clean and shit. So they probably inadvertently cleaned and rinsed those chairs, you know. But I'd imagine this place, which is a storage unit, it looks like, there's probably not going to be cleaners that come in and clean the whole place. You probably might hire them, but they're not going to be there. So those, all that to say, those nicotine pouches are going to be in that fucking crevice, in those fucking creases of that sofa or that seat for a long time. That's the disgusting part about it. It's like, bro, just get a fucking bin, man. Jesus Christ, get a fucking bin.
He looks really good. Was that 85 or 70?
70.
Look, them basically saying, hey, there's the 1%, they're making money, our wages haven't moved, there's all that stuff, right? And it took some serious root. So do you know how they broke that shit apart? You had...
Just get a bin, man. Just get a fucking bin if you can't. Another one here, Papa catching strays on a channel with over 500,000 subscribers.
Finally, some common sense.
I genuinely do know a thing or two about this.
Alright, she knows a thing or two about this, so push-pull legs?
Everything that I've ran has been VAR, HGH, and Clen.
As literally a beginner at 19 years old.
VAR, HGH, and Clen.
It's Brendan Schaub, it's not funny, is my point.
Apparently y'all don't have brain.
That's really good. Oh, that's really good, man. Fucking hell. To describe something that is not funny, like really, really not funny, Brendan Schaub is the adjective now. Fucking hell. That's gotta be brutal. That's gotta be fucking brutal upon brutal upon brutal. You'd imagine anyway, but who cares? Let's continue. Revealed why the assassins use the word like kill and slayed. All American fuck up. Who's that? Featuring who? Jake Berman. Jeff DUI.
Stand-up comedy is the most gangster art form in the world. This right here, this is punk rock shit. That's why we use terms like he slayed, she murdered, he bombed, he killed. They want to silence the comedian? How about you get the fuck out of the way and let us do what we do? Make you laugh, put a smile on your 9-to-5 face, and try to make the world a little less of a shitty place. And we come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. So why don't you leave us?
Of course, the first guy he spotted had to be black, innit? The first guy he spotted, like, all shapes, sizes, and colors. It had to be a black guy, innit? They couldn't. He had to be a black guy, innit, to kind of tick that car. What a stupid fucking video.
All shapes, sizes, and colors. So why don't you leave us alone and give us a little respect?
Jeez, is that real? One absolute horrendous fucking ad or whatever that was. Jesus Christ, no thank you. No thank you when it comes to DUI. Papa say he doesn't understand why washout fighters keep fighting only to contradict himself a second later.
Manderley's about to fight Vitor Belfort.
Shut up.
Yeah, they have a boxing fight coming up.
Shut up.
Yeah, massive one.
I was about to make fun of him, but you're gonna get the winner. Or?
You were gonna make fun of Vitor and Vanderlei?
No, hold on.
Stop.
No, hold on. I just don't get why the older dudes want to keep doing that.
Bro, we love it. We love fighting.
Yeah, you guys hash this one. I want to hear this.
I get you love fighting, but you're making so much money doing all the other stuff. You don't need to do it. The other guys, I understand. You like the other guys, yeah, do your thing. I get it. Vitor, you know, Jake Paul, all that shit, whatever he wants to do. The older cats that don't have anything going on, I get it because that's all they know. You did it, man. You're fucking Andy Dufresne. You crawled up through the fucking sewer. You made it to the other side. You're making money. Why would you go back into the prison?
Because some of them don't have as many options as you, mate. Some of them aren't friends with Rogan. Some of them didn't get their whole fucking podcast career handed to them on a silver plate, so they kind of need to keep making money to feed their fucking family or to cover their bills, you'd imagine. Such a nonsense point of view when it comes to that sort of shit. But hey, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? What else you got here? 2 middle-aged goofs
Vowing to give everyone a ticket because she didn't have sex the night before.
Interesting.
Now for a cop, she's a dime. Well, see, what's alarming is the way she spells. Didn't D-I-N-T. Didn't go back.
Yeah. Imagine Brendan critiquing your fucking grammar, critiquing your ability to spell, picking that apart. Imagine of all people, fucking. Like what?
Yeah. Didn't get cracked last night. Don't say cracked. Didn't get cracked last night, so everyone's getting a ticket. Now she's on administrative leave after this because as a cop, if you don't get cock, you can't give out tickets.
I mean, I just think that
it's hot.
There are a lot of people that could help her out with that.
Dude, I'd be like, oh, what? Well, there's only one way I can get out of this ticket, Miss Thing.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I'd say,
hold on, you don't got to give me a ticket.
Man,
I know what the
I'm so sorry.
is.
I was going 200 in my ZR1. I can't. I'm ashamed.
Yeah.
I heard you need a crack. And
if you need a crack, and I
heard.
Okay. Again, you know, I don't know. It's just being that old, having that many kids. I don't know. It's an interesting approach to podcast. Interesting approach to conversations and shit. I just find it a bit bizarre, man. Like, you know, having basically, Brian's got 2 families. Brian's only got 1, but it's like, bruh, like, just relax. I don't know, talk about the sport, talk about the weather or something. It's like you're trying to talk about fucking this random viral TikTok person that said she was a police officer, but if you don't know if she was, I don't know. All over the place. Let me go back to some of my clips here that I maybe haven't shown you guys. We did the one about like him lying about when he stopped drinking. We did a P Diddy one. Yeah, this is a P Diddy one. Do you want to hear Tfatk, the Brian and Callen's? Jesus Christ! Do you want to hear Brendan and Brian Callen's views on Diddy's comeback and the fact that black people don't care about his allegations? Yeah, I know you want to hear that because they were completely, utterly wrong. We got Abe Martinez.
You have a gun?
We got Abe Martinez.
THT proves he wasn't a real fighter. Rampage.
Exactly. Basically, yeah. Basically. He doesn't get it though. He doesn't get it. And also, he's just been given better chances than them to kind of get out and do other things. But he expects, I don't know. To be fair, Brendan's always looked down on older fighters continuing to fight. He's always kind of had a bit of a weird sort of like, you know, superiority complex against them, which is odd. But hey, let's continue. Tfatk Brendan, just didn't play the clip. I'm sorry, said what I got to say. Fucking hell.
You had called this. You had called that
comeback.
Yeah, that you said Sean Diddy Combs plotting major career comeback at Madison Square Garden after prison release.
Quickly pause that there, by the way. A lot of people called it Brian. Stop making it seem like Brendan's some sort of like savant. He's got incredible fucking like relax. Honestly, the way Brian goes out of his way to just fucking suck off Brendan is so fucking disgusting. You called it. What do you mean you called it? Everyone was calling it, still saying was predicting that as well. What the fuck are you talking about?
What do you? I want to, because you always have a better tempo on this. What happens to him when he comes out, and does he get back to?
That's what's great about that culture, like
black culture.
Yeah, like even R. Kelly could sell out Madison Square Garden.
They're there
because they've been burnt by the system so many.
That's what's great about that culture. What do you mean? What the fuck are you talking about? That's what's great about that culture. As in what? They're okay with fucking convicted PDFs and shit, sex traffickers and shit. What are you talking about? The hate train, you know? It's like, huh? The hate train, bro. You was in prison for Mazzoline. Let's just get that correct. But anyway, yeah, I find this clip fucking hilarious, man. Black people are more understanding of fucking PDF shit, right? They're more understanding of fucking child, you know, fucking children. What you call it? Whatever, child abuse and shit. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Times with even though the video of Diddy beating up, you know, homegirl came out, they still go, yeah, that's terrible, but he's still our guy. And also,
like I said, terrible as in terrible, as in a terrible piece of paper.
And also terrible, yeah, that's terrible, but he's still our guy. And also, he's still
him still being your guy is a big problem, by the way. Hey, but hey, what do I know?
Great music,
and he got railroaded as far as people.
And you guys tried fucking him. It's kind of like with them trying to do the RICO Act and all that crazy stuff. The black culture goes, hold on, you're trying to fuck another one of us over, and they rally around their own.
He's using it as an example,
so
which is awesome.
And I'm sure
he show what he hoped would have happened in LA when everyone got cancelled, right? I think that's what he's basically saying. It's a very heavy-handed approach, but basically that's what he's trying to say. Like, hey, could you help me open this mother freaking door? Cool. What absolute horrendous situation there with these guys. Let's move on from that one. We did quite a few of these, right? Tfatk is an anti-fat podcast. Let's play this one. Episode number 1112.
Very creepy. And
the internet fact checked her entire meal.
Total calories and
this
macros
is
at the
good.
end.
Let me see.
Doesn't look like.
I like a corn dog myself.
This is
looks like.
What's wrong with the corn dog? 470 calories, and then
this is like rage bait, isn't it? Really, right? Like really and truly, this is real rage bait in terms of just getting people on the internet to kind of flip out at the portions and the sizes. Like, bro, relax, man, relax.
I wanted a Mickey pretzel real bar. 535 calories. Then I had some popcorn. 270 calories.
Yep.
And of course, I can't go to Disney without a churro. Then 450 calories. I had some yummy, yummy blue milk, followed by the outer rim drink. 650 calories.
Jesus.
Then I had a lobster roll.
Oh, I love lobster rolls. Wow, the highest calories.
With some beef stew. 850 to 1250 calories.
Okay.
Oh. That's
Cool.
attractive.
411 carbs. Now I wonder if, but did she walk it all off? Did she burn 4,000 calories at Disney?
I'm sure. 4,450 calories. Yeah, well, that's not my.
I bet it's not like she's eating that in the regular. She's doing it just for fucking TikTok.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
or she is. Or she is.
She got that big.
She's
for
a
a
big
reason.
girl.
She's a big gal.
Yeah, fair
She's
point.
Very creepy. And
The internet fact checked her entire meal.
Oh, Jesus.
Total calories and
this is
macros at
good.
the end.
Let me see.
Doesn't look like.
I like a corn dog myself. Let me see.
She looks like.
What's wrong with the corn dog? 70 calories. And then I wanted a Mickey pretzel real bar. 535 calories.
Jesus.
Then I had some popcorn. 270 calories. And of course, I can't go to Disney without a churro. Then 450 calories. I had some yummy, yummy blue milk, followed by the outer rim drink. 650 calories.
Jesus.
Then I had a lobster roll.
Oh, I love lobster rolls.
175 calories.
Wow, the highest
Finished strong
calories.
With some beef stew.
Yeah, I feel like she's doing it on purpose because she's rolling her eyes back into her head as well as she's eating. So It's probably all part of a new marketing push she's trying to get out there. Who knows? Come on, guy. Okay, cool. Let's move on from that one then. No, let's play the last bit of this actually.
850 to 1250 calories.
Oh, that's attractive.
411 carbs. Now I wonder but did she walk it all off? Did she burn 4,000 calories at Disney?
I'm sure. 4,450 calories. Yeah, well, that's not
ideal.
But it's not like she's eating that in the regular.
Anyway, whatever. That was a shitty clip. What else did we do? Yeah, let's do this one. Brian depressed at the mothership. This is an interesting one.
Dude, that's my thing.
I did the mothership every night, but I did, other than that, I did
now is the
nothing.
Is the mothership, but they have their headliners Friday, Saturday, right?
Yeah, so you do the little room, right? You do the
Oh, okay.
And, but it's
so
great.
they're in the main room.
I'm working out a bunch.
What the fuck did you just say about no headliners?
Friday, Saturday, right?
So you do the little room, right?
Now is the
Nothing.
Is the mothership, but they have their headliners Friday, Saturday, right?
So you do the little room, right? You do. The
Oh, okay.
And but it's
so
great.
they're in the main room.
I'm working out a bunch.
Again, a small thing probably won't matter to a lot of people, but that's the sort of stuff that would drive me nuts playing in the team, man. Like, you're not trying to give me a good pass. You know what I mean? You laid it on, it's like in 7-0. It's not good advert for these type of things, but hey. Let's continue here. What's it say here? Let's go back to some of my topics quickly before we move on. Let's go over a little bit of this. You guys remember the clip I played for you the other day regarding Mark Maron being on Howie Mandel's podcast talking about Jeff Dye? Well, Jeff Dye has seen that clip and responded, so I'm gonna play the whole clip in full of Mark Maron retelling his story of how he bumped into Jeff Dye at the mothership, and they had this great conversation, and they all sort of like, you know, kissed and made up, for lack of a better term. Well, anyway, Mark Norman was actually on Howie Mandel's show and decided to spill the beans on what actually went down when he bumped into Jeff Dye at the Comedy Store. It's obviously a lot more tense and dramatic and uncomfortable than what, you know, he was trying to make it seem like. But hey, what do I know? Let's go.
There's been like
So
controversy.
this is the original video that I'm going to react to again. Beef between Mark Maron and Jeff Dye, and then we're going to watch Jeff Dye's response to this video.
Between you and other comics, right?
Not too much. I mean, there was like recently. I don't find that that's true, but there was a guy that was talking shit about me for a while, and it was brought to my attention. I really didn't know who he was, and it was really his problem. But it's like, you know, he's publicly, you know, talking shit, and you know, and he recently got passed over the store, and I had to, you know, just say, you can be all right, or what do we? Yeah, you know, I work here, so are you okay?
Can I say his name? Or
Jeff Dye?
Jeff Dye.
Yeah, I mean, and you know,
you didn't even know who he was.
I didn't. I really didn't. But it was like, you know, when you talk shit, and we all do it to a certain degree, and that's another thing about podcasts and why it's saturated, is that, you know, you hear these stories now, all of a sudden, like, there are the clickbait world feeds on little tidbits of garbage. And, you know, after a certain point, people have been around a while, they'll just start throwing dead people under the bus. You know, like, you know, I was upset with Olivier once and he fucked a dog. And you're like, wait, what? And then all of a sudden that becomes news. And it's like, you know, that culture of that is nothing but destructive. So when someone's talking shit and they continue to do it, and you're alive, you know, it behooves you to, you know, instead of engage in a public way, to go, would you want to resolve this, or you just want to keep talking shit?
Okay, so let's hear what Jeff Dye has to say regarding that clip. I'm curious to hear how Jeff Dye approaches it, because the way Howie Mandel made the interaction sound, it sounded a lot more tense than how Jeff Dye made it seem. Jeff Dye made it seem like they got on like a house on fire, but I don't actually think that's true. You know, I don't think that's true in the slightest. So I'm curious to hear what fucking that guy has to say about China and shit. If there's anything bad here, but let me quickly put on Jeff Dye and see what I want for that one. So this is Jeff Dye on Legion of Skanks talking about that clip where Mark Maron calls him out. Oh, Mark Maron retells the story of them meeting in the hallway at the Comedy Store. Let's fucking go. Let's free things go. Hold on, let free things go. Talks about liability. What's he gonna do? He's gonna just like throw them at his friends or something. What's this one? Rocks and screws. Jesus Christ, yeah, that's too much. I can't do that. So let's go. He is my cult icon, cult leader forever. Cool. I quite like that. I'm not gonna lie. Very interesting listening experience as well. Audio. Big up people in the stream chat too. Appreciate you. Let's keep on going. Let's hear what Jeff has to say about Mark Maron. Let's see.
So Mark Maron's been doing a podcast tour right now.
Is that Kalala's sister in the background there? People in the stream chat, let me know. Is that Kalala's sister? The one that ignored Brian Callen's advances? Is that the one? Do you guys remember that bit of law where Brian Callen was trying to hit or trying to fucking one of Kalala's friends? Is that her sister? I think that might be her sister, right? The one that's known to be a little bit more cold and not as emotional as other kids, but it's still so sweet for me. But hey, what can you do? What's that? Who said? You didn't want to. Your family. Yeah, it's a lot, man. Lots to deal with, I'm not gonna lie. Talk to me if you want to. Not sure I'll be able to offer any help, but you know, you could always try. Let's quickly play what he has to say. I keep pausing. Apologies.
Oh yeah, Mark Maron's talking shit.
Yeah, he's talking shit about a lot of people. A lot of people in the Rogan sphere. He doesn't like, apparently. Just at first it was
Soder on his
specifically
podcast. He didn't
Jeff.
like him when he started.
Wait, he said he didn't like Soder when he started?
He was like, when I met you, I didn't like you at all. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Why? Everyone likes Dan Soder.
Who doesn't like Dan Soder? The only knock on Dan Soder is that everyone likes him.
Yeah, he's too likable.
He's a good guy.
Yeah,
Soder.
pisses me off.
Yeah. So yeah, he went on to a bunch of different podcasts. But did you have a specific beef with him?
Who exactly is Mark Maron again? I don't
there we
know.
go.
That's the game he played with me. He had no idea who I was.
Yeah.
But how about if he didn't though? This guy's ego is fucking insane, isn't it? What if Mark Maron generally didn't know who you were and wasn't trying to ego, wasn't trying to big time, he just didn't know who you were, didn't think you were worth talking to or stopping for? He just kept it moving. What's wrong with that in variety? Surely you got to be paying whatever you're paying now. Makes no sense. I don't know, why more clubs don't do it, but hey, gets me so unsettling. No one's buying the fucking after, so it is what it is. Okay, cool. Let's hear what to say.
That's the guy with the great stamps.com bit, right?
Yeah. That's him. Same guy.
That's supposed to get some good laughs. No, it was nothing. He was just mean, and then I talked about it on a podcast, and then he was like, I don't know who that is. And then it got like blown out of proportion. And then everyone was like,
how'd it get blown out of proportion when you're the one that started it? By mentioning the fact that he was quote unquote mean to you. Something I haven't corroborate, by the way, because I've lost the fucking, keys or whatever. But something I would love you to know when it comes to that sort of stuff. You're the weapon here, Mr. Jeff Dye. You're the weapon.
Like, oh, did Jeff Dye get in his feelings? Did he get his feelings hurt? I was like, yes, that was the whole point.
Yeah.
Yes, my feelings were hurt.
So how was he mean to you? What did he?
I was just an open micer, and he was really rude to all of us.
Okay.
And I was trying to make the point that
Now, how long ago was this?
2006 or something.
Okay, so nearly 20
Jesus
years ago.
Christ,
But
Jeff
as a
Dye.
professional comedian now, if you ever go to
Jeff Dye holding on to one bad interaction with a comedian for 20 plus years is absolutely insane, but also, like I said, maybe explains why this bid so serious. So so no secrets and shit. New invention for the epic metal stream sprint, whatever going on. Really fancy fucking doors and shit, Collective breakfast, of course. Jesus Christus. We're gonna be over, wet. But hey, we make it move, We make it move.
open mic, don't you almost kind of get it now?
Oh, for sure.
Don't you sort of want to be mean to them?
Well, no, I don't even care. Like, I would literally brought it up because I was like, he always talks about how, I met, Jimmy Page, and he was a fucking asshole to me. And I'm like, yeah,
right.
That's how you treat all the young comics. I was just making, a correlation between the two.
Yeah.
And somehow...
Why does he think that all the young comics get treated that way by Mark Maron? He's mentioned 20 years ago, he was at the Comedy Store, him and a bunch of comics got treated badly by, or, in passing by Mark Maron. If I'm to guess, I would assume Mark Maron probably went over to say hi because Jeff Dye went over to Mark Maron to say hi because that's his favorite comedian, and the interaction didn't go as well. And then he's obviously trying to make up for it or make himself feel better by saying that everyone else also didn't like the fact that that comedian wasn't nice. But I don't know, it's just not the right place to even escalate any time of formal touching or affection because everyone around you is going to be giving you fucking PS. You know what's that? What's that fucking terminology called about this other things? Yeah, I just think this guy's making a mountain out of a molehill. Really, it's not that deep of an issue. Clearly, I feel like Jeff Dye might be more offended that Mark Maron didn't know who he was than Mark Maron being rude. I think that's his actual gripe deep down. I think that's the one thing he's probably more offended by. He just assumed Mark Maron know who he is, which is absolutely insane because I feel like he's only appeared on the scene the last 5 years or so, you know? I don't think he's been anywhere else, to be completely honest, but hey, what do I know? Let's continue.
It's like boiled up into like, I heard you and Mark Maron are gonna fight. I was like, no, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
But if you did fight him,
oh, I dominated.
Domination.
That.
Yeah. No one's going.
There's no way that guy can fight.
I think that'd be a close contest.
Let's talk about Jeff Dye. No way Jeff Dye can fight.
We had our little chat at the Comedy Store. He's like looking up at me the whole time, and I was like, oh, I could definitely end this.
But didn't you see him over the years at the Comedy Store?
Yeah, I've seen him over the years. Like I said, like it was like shouldn't even have been a beef, but he was really nice about it. I let it go, and then like a week later, it's like he forgot that we made up. He was like, "This guy's been talking shit." I was like, "I wasn't talking shit."
Oh, he went on a podcast again.
Yeah, on Howie Mandel's, and he was like,
well, that's what I saw.
Yeah, a bit of a twat. I've heard him.
It's just a little strange. I like don't care at all, Mark.
But I think again, somebody told me in the stream chat here, he's playing dumb. But allegedly, after that meeting, after that little powwow meeting of minds at the Comedy Store, Jeff Dye went on to other pods and kept trashing Mark Maron. That's what someone said in the stream chat the other day. So he's playing dumb now, but
powerful bunch.
Big up Assault Disease.
Maron is a whiner and Jeff Dye sucks. It would be funnier if they both just bagged on each other instead of crying and looking for sympathy about it. Anyways, long live Chen. Keep drinking those IPAs, bud. It's working.
Exactly. I feel like Mark Maron is probably too. I feel like there's a part. I feel like there's a part of Mark Maron that maybe somewhat. How's that? What's that word? Maybe not. Regret's not a good word for it. But I think there's a part of Mark Maron that feels bad that he may have made some up and coming comedians feel like shit, or he was rude to them without any reason. I think he's, Mark Maron, from what I've read about him and not read about, from what we've watched on this stream with the last few weeks of him promoting his fucking new special, he seems like the type of guy that he would hate you with a valid reason, right? He's going to hate you because you suck at comedy. He's going to hate you for maybe having the wrong opinions politically to him. But I don't think he's going to hate you straight off the bat. So there's probably a part of him that feels bad about that. So I feel like Jeff Dye is getting away with murder because, fucking, what's his name? Bill Burr or whatever, or anybody else aren't really going super hard at him, about this whole thing. He's kind of getting away with it scot-free, and he needs to just kind of let it go and keep it moving because this isn't that deep of an issue. But again, you can't say, like, even if I didn't know what someone told me the other day about Mark Maron and Jeff Dye, there's no way I would believe Jeff Dye in this scenario. There's no way I believe that Mark Maron just went on Howie Mandel's, just exploded over this guy that he doesn't even know who existed. For sure, Jeff Dye said something in between that time of him going and bumping into Mark Maron at the Comedy Store and then Howie Mandel recording that fucking show. Definitely something happened in that hotel room. Something happened around that area with the comedian that did not want to talk to him about, blah, 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 blah. So I think that's what essentially happened. But I could be wrong.
Well, dude, live your fucking life.
I heard him say, Howie Mandel, I thought actually was handling what he was saying good because he was just like, and Mark's one of those things, almost like that Hannah Gatsby personality thing where it's like, if you're not using comedy to do it this way, the way that I do it, then you shouldn't be doing comedy. It's just like a stupid kind of fucking like take on it, especially getting like, I think Mark's a great comic.
You know what I find interesting though? You know what I find really interesting? It kind of, I wonder if this, again, what do you guys think in the stream chat? The fact that everybody is so, I don't know if that get offended is the right word. The fact that everybody's so triggered by what Mark Maron's had to say during his promo run for his special, is that more of an indication that Mark Maron is a man on his own island and is kind of out of touch? Or is that more of a reflection on these comedians kind of all being kind of followers and copycats? Because it's like, why is one guy's opinion, one guy's impression, one guy's view, one guy's preference, one guy's philosophy on comedy Why does that upset people so much? You know, like it doesn't make any sense why people are so upset about it. It's like, come on, man, leave it alone. So, like, what? Why are all these guys in the fucking tizzy about Mark Maron maybe letting one fly in the fucking, you know, city centre? Shit, like, relax. But hey, what do I know? Absolutely nothing. Let's continue.
Sure.
But I mean, like this, I've only seen the trailer for the HBO thing, and it's just like, I mean, I've even heard that like exact take he did. He's like something about like, if my brain, you know, if I stop thinking for a minute, my brain goes, "Hey, want me to open the worry folder?" It's just a concept I've just heard 1,000 times. So it's like maybe he does something great with it. I'm not even arguing that, but it's like he's just too vocal. To be vocal about other people's like shit like that, like the way they do it, I'm like, who gives a fuck?
I also kind of feel like
if they kill,
I personally love it personally because a lot of these comedians are pussies. They don't call shit out. They don't have the guts to say it. But on the same token, a lot of these comedians say the same things Mark Maron's been saying in green rooms. They say it in group chats and shit because they told us before, right? They would just tell us, "Oh my god, if somebody saw our group chats, lives would be destroyed." Do you know what I mean? They love all that sort of shit. So I think for the most part, it's obvious, you know, like, I don't know. I want to hear this from comedians. I kind of want to hear them. I want to hear the different, like, I don't know. Maybe it'll be quite cool to hear from a comedian who maybe does crowd work and is proud of it and sees the validity of it, right? The purpose of it, whatever that fucking term is. Like, I wouldn't mind it. I think it's actually quite refreshing to see them kind of have different opinions about certain things. Maybe that neighbor would have more rocks and less fucking grass. Maybe some grass will be piled up somewhere towards the front. Who fucking knows, man? The kid's only, what, 19 or something? It's like, god damn, this kid's fucking amazing. So fucking cool. So yeah, hopefully when they come back, they really enjoy it. So fingers crossed, fingers and toes crossed. By the way, did I see what I saw there? No, I didn't. Cool.
Like, kill. It doesn't matter. The audience is the only thing that matters, unfortunately.
I'm also the guy trying to make all the comics like get along, but there's these things pop up where everyone's like, "You were talking shit." I was like, "No, Kevin Brennan was talking shit about you." And why would I defend your honor? You were rude to me, like really to my face. So I was just letting Kevin riff, and I'm not gonna go, "Hey, don't talk about Mark like that." Like that's not how things work. You're a dickhead to me, so I just let Kevin riff.
Yeah. Oh, is that what he was upset about?
Yeah, because Kevin said something about how his wife deserved to die or something. You know, so,
Jesus Christ.
You know how Kevin is, you know?
Again, like, so you think that's okay? Oh yeah, I let Kevin rip into him because we're not friends, so I let so again, we don't know if this is true, but what Kevin Brennan said, Mark Maron's wife would deserve to die. But then fucking Jeff Dye over here has got fucking Pikachu shock face when Mark Maron gives him the cold shoulder at the Comedy Store. Like, some of these people they're not mentally developed, in it. They're not mature. I don't know if they're a bit, you know, they maybe have grown up in fucking cults and shit. It's like, how do you think that interaction is gonna go? Like, of course he's not gonna want to be a friend. You sat on the stream with somebody that said some crazy shit about his fucking dead wife. Fucking hell, Jeff DUI.
He goes hard. In the
Kevin doesn't hold any punches back.
That was aggressive.
But was it up to me to defend Mark's honor?
No, not at all.
Like, am I supposed to go, "Oh, wait, you know that guy that's really grumpy and mean to everyone?"
Wait a minute.
I don't think we should say that.
Kevin's hilarious? I didn't realize this.
Oh, no, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. When it's also one of those things, it's like if Mark is so upset, like the way he told the story on the Howie Mandel thing was like, this guy was talking shit, and I was like, "Hey man, I have to work here, man." Like that because we're both at the Comedy Store.
Right.
So it's like,
this is it right here.
and you can play it, yeah, if you want.
There's been like controversy
Pause it for a
between you
second.
and other comics.
Let me say,
right?
shout out to Howie Mandel, who was so cool.
Howie's great.
Introduced me, and because he did Story Wars and stuff, and everything. He introduced me and Lewis so genuinely and sweetly to Jay Leno, who couldn't have given two shits about meeting me. He was completely bothered by being stopped to talk to us.
And then I was with my chick and her dancer friends with her. She had 3 like smoking hot dancers there. And they were just starstruck, but not like by the stars in the hallway at the Comedy Store, but by like the lights in the pictures. So like they didn't realize Howie Mandel and Jay Leno were right there. At one point, Bobby Lee was sitting up against the wall, and
I never want to be that age and talking about my chick and her dancer friends. Honestly, that sounds like a nightmare, man. To be that age and be referring to your girl's dancer friends. Like, I'm okay, man. Like, I don't know. Like, these guys are like a couple podcasts away from merch, I feel like, you know? these guys are very merch coded. There's something about these guys that's very merch coded. Merch probably sees these guys and they're his true North Star. It's just not for me. It's not for me, this whole aesthetic. It's just not for me. My chick and her like stripper friend is like, ugh. You leave that stuff in your fucking, you know, in your teens or your 20s and shit. We're like, oh yeah, I got this monkey on you smoking hon. She's like a fucking escort or something. Alright, brother. Alright.
One of my girlfriend's friends were looking at like the picture. She was like, "Oh, look at that, Joe Rogan. That's pretty cool." And she goes, "Excuse me, can you?" And she moves Bobby Lee, and he like moves, and it's his picture behind his head. She goes, "Oh, Bobby Lee's here sometimes."
Hey, dingbat, he's right next to you.
Extra doubt. I don't even believe that happened, man. Just these comedians love inventing stories about what their kid said, and I think in this case, he's inventing a story about what his girlfriend said and trying to make her sound funny. So, okay.
That wall was the closest to Instagram she had near her, you know?
She's swiping on the pictures on the wall.
Liking
Who else comes here?
She's tapping them.
She's
Just Bobby Lee? Is this not interactive?
Dude, hot chicks tapping headshots at comedy clubs is hilarious.
I like him.
What else? Where's his bio? I want to see his whole page.
Oh, fuck me.
So, Jeff, this is after you guys made up at the Comedy
It's
Store.
after we made up, yeah.
Okay.
So I think he's forgot or something, or just doesn't care.
Yeah.
But he made it sound like we work in a warehouse or something. Like, you know, I got to work here, man. You're like, yeah, I thought we could be buddies, you know? I'd be happy to be your friend. I have no problem with it.
Play the video.
I asked Anthony Jeselnik to do Story Wars out in LA, and he was like, and I was like, hey, man, it'd be good to see you. He's like, hey, good to hear from you. No.
Yeah, that's great. I also want to preface this video, if we're going to show this video. All Howie asked was that you've had controversy with comedian or with other comics.
Right.
And Mark has somehow forgot that he's had controversies with a million comedians and immediately goes to, nah, just Jeff Dye. How's that possible?
Wait, I mean, he had
WTF was started because he had such a terrible
He had
reputation.
showdowns with Louis C.K.,
Jon
with
Stewart,
Bill
Joe Rogan.
Burr.
Why is
like,
my name coming up?
Bill Burr? Fucking Gallagher.
Talk about punching down. Like, this
Still
guy
one of my
literally
That
didn't
is-
even...
Now he's playing victim. Now Jeff DUI is playing victim. This guy is fucking pathetic, man.
know my name till a month ago.
Dude, that is so funny. It's so funny that I've watched this. I never even thought of that angle on it, which is such a good point.
Yo.
That he literally, his point
If
that he
he
goes
didn't
on
know
to
my name-
was about punching down. And they go, have you ever had beef with a comedian? He goes, can't think of anyone except Jeff Dye.
That's insane.
That's insane.
there's
You go,
maybe
dude,
not-
you had beef with Cosby.
And
you had beef with
Rogan.
everyone.
And everyone.
I mean, I made up the Cosby, but I think
Yeah.
Rogan,
Jon Stewart,
Louis C.K., Jon
Gallagher,
Stewart. Yeah.
Louis, literally
That's-
every
I'll
comic
tell you what,
book.
though, there
The
may be
only
one
one
of
that
my
comes
favorite-
to mind is a guy I didn't know till a month ago.
One of my favorite.
It's insane.
One of my favorite things ever, though, is Gallagher walking off the show and Maron's voice is going, Gallagher, Gallagher, come on, Gallagher,
Come back to my cat-infested garage, man.
Gallagher,
You fucker.
No, whenever you did his
Maron gave me
podcast.
several opportunities when I was young in comedy. He put me on. I did warm-ups for a VH1 show he hosted.
Yeah, it was
And,
that rock show. That rock.
Yeah.
I was
Never
on
mind
that,
the
yeah.
Buzzcocks. It was called. And
But when I did his podcast, he's like, "Hey, if I was a dick to you in the past, I'm sorry." He would say that to everybody because he didn't know
But
who he fucked over.
he had me on.
But I'm the only guy he's
Right,
ever
I
had
know,
controversy with. A guy who literally submitted and apologized to him. I literally rolled over like a puppy, like, I just really liked you and wanted you to like me when I was young, and somehow I'm the fucking guy that he's targeting.
Please
Let's
play
see.
this.
Yeah, play it, please.
Other comics, right?
Not too much. I mean, there was like recently. I don't find that that's true. But there was a guy that was talking shit about me for a while.
I'd love to have Mark. I'd love to find a show. I'd love to see an episode of Legion of Skanks with Mark Maron on there, because those guys are talking a lot of smack about Mark Maron. I'd love to see them get Mark Maron on Legion of Skanks. I'd love to see him absolutely obliterate all these people in this room. It'd be fucking so funny. I'd fucking love to see it.
And it was brought to my attention. I really didn't know who he was. And it was really his problem. But it's like, he's publicly, talking shit. And
Publicly,
he
Kevin
recently got
Brennan's
passed over the
podcast.
store, and I had to.
All right,
just
listen,
say,
for the
"You gonna be all
record,
right?"
Kevin Brennan's podcast is barely public.
Right.
That is, it is so on the line of private and public.
Only me. Now hold on, by the way. Cut to Kevin Brennan watching this 2 days from now.
Jay.
Dave.
Show me the W9, Dave.
Here goes Dave. Let me fight you, Dave.
Only me and Chad Zumach heard it.
I did.
I don't know. Don't get me wrong. A part of me kind of understands Jeff DUI's pain, because there is truly no greater pain in life than bumping into a hero of yours, somebody that you look up to, your North Star, and then not having a good interaction. There's nothing worse than that, especially when you build up in your head, especially when you assume certain, however it is fucking happens. I don't find it a good thing in general. I think maybe kids will probably, opt out of driving malarkey until later on in life, but I feel like, considering that we're moving, all that sort of good shit, it's probably going to be really handy for, a kid that's probably have a car and stuff. But I don't know. I get it, man. I get it, Jeff Dye. When your hero kind of gives you the cold shoulder, it stings. But he's got to move on, man. He's got to let it go. He's got to fucking let it go. For the love of God, please let it go. For the love of God, please let it go. For the love of God, please let it go. Will he let it go? Probably not. Probably not. Moving on quickly. Big up deadline. Stavros HALKIAS rounds out cast of A24's Anthony Bourdain biopic Tony. There's going to be an Anthony Bourdain biopic, so for all you people who are fucking Anthony Bourdain haters and can't stand some of the memes and the fucking folklore and all the reverence and attention that he gets on social lately, you're going to be fucking sick of him when this A24 Anthony Bourdain biopic gets ramped up and starts to fucking drop and we get all the leaks and shit. It's going to be fucking crazy. But for the meantime, let's read this news courtesy of Deadline that says Stavros will be a part of the cast for Anthony Bourdain's biopic. Let's see what it says here down below. Stavros HALKIAS, a buzzy comedian, it's fucking hilarious, recently making his way onto acting like Yorgos Lanthimos, Bouginia in indie comedy Let's Start a Cult, has come on board in the role as Tony, in a role in Tony, a forthcoming Anthony Bourdain biopic by Star Tower and Zapta Films. I wonder what they're basing this biopic on. Are they basing this biopic on Kitchen Confidentials? That's a fucking amazing book. I wonder what they're basing it on, by the way. While Pic's logline is under wraps, sources say the film takes place during the summer of 1976, when Anthony Bourdain has a life-changing summer in Princetown. Blackberry Helmer, Matt Johnson is directing the script by Todd Bartels. A24 is producing it. Viewed by Comedy Insider, one of the comics you'll see break out as a star in film and TV. HALKIAS has in recent years been courted by a number of top-tier filmmakers, including Lanthimos, with Virginia premiering in Venice later this month, and Steven Soderbergh. With the recent sci-fi web series Commander Z, he built his following with specials like the self-released Live at the Lodge Room. Let's continue here. Which reached 1 million views on YouTube in the first 4 days and currently sits on over 77 mil. And Netflix Fat Ross Raskar, as well as a podcast like the hugely popular Come Town, which ran Currently on international leg of his Dreamboat tour, HALKIAS is at the same time hosts a podcast called Stavy's World, which debuted number 3 on the iTunes comedy charts. So yeah, big up Stavros, man. Well deserved, man. Big up fucking Stavros. Well deserved. Big up Joe's in the stream chat. Yeah, Dave did so well on the tires. Big Tony or Bourdain fan, read his book, Kitchen Confidential. Yeah, really, I'm a big fan too. I watched all these shows, read the book and shit. Tragic when he passed, man. Heartbreaking when he passed. Heartbreaking. But he was also going through a lot of pain. He was also going through a lot of madness, but relationship kind of issues and whatnot, and other bits and bobs. So, just the aim had to end the way it has to end. What can you do? What can you do? What else we got to do here? Joe Rogan is let's see if you guys seen this clip. I'm sure some of you guys have seen this clip, right? The title was Joe Rogan is a man amongst the people, passionate and relatable. This is Rogan going on some unhinged rant about fucking COVID for the 1 billionth time. I wish somebody would ask him, actually. Probably never gonna happen because you want to get on a show again. But I wonder if there's somebody out there that's willing to just sacrifice themselves and say, hey, you know what? We're gonna have no eyes in the water. But let's hear Rogan go on and on about COVID, man. Honestly, COVID broke this man's brain. I swear on God, we're never gonna get him. He's never gonna be the same again. He's gonna have what's the effects of COVID? Is it that long COVID, right? Residual effects for sure. Like, oh yeah, come on, Rogan.
It was weird and illogical,
Yeah.
just like the trans thing, but violent. And
Yeah.
people were terrified because your life was in danger.
Yeah,
So you saw the most vile reactions from older populations who were calling for people to be quarantined, round up in camps, take away their livelihood, take away their children. You were hearing it from these old, terrified people with fragile health. And they all got really violent about it online. They got really, really extreme in their positions on this.
Yeah, yeah.
And it
I
was-
didn't notice that stuff so much.
Oh, in America, it was nuts.
Look his eyes, look his
in
eyes.
America, it was wild. And-
Joe Rogan made headlines when he relocated from California to Austin, Texas in 2020. Why? Freedom. Frustrated by California's strict COVID-19 policies, Rogan packed up, signed a $100 million Spotify deal, and
yeah.
secured one of
Super
the biggest
relatable.
real estate
Super
purchases
relatable.
in Lake Austin history.
Super
a
relatable.
mansion with 8 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, and 300 feet of lake frontage.
We're fine on social distancing. We have 4 people in a 16,000 square foot home. I have already moved my children to a different private school because of this pandemic. If you threaten lacrosse season, I will do it again.
His Austin estate is more than just a home.
Jesus
it's a
Christ.
sanctuary. Picture this: lush, park-like grounds, a resort-style pool, and 3 docks on Lake Austin. The house
Wow.
itself is a masterpiece with floor-to-ceiling windows,
Wow.
a dual-island kitchen, and terraces offering panoramic lake views.
Hey, our nanny is having to quarantine for 2 weeks. I mean, she's on the east wing of the house, but still, it's like...
The estate is private, functional, and luxurious. A long winding driveway ensures seclusion, while modern meets rustic designs blend perfectly with the surrounding landscape.
People are getting desperate. Listen, we rich people, we get it. Last week, my wife got caught shopping at Nordstrom Rack. It's honestly tough for the waiter to hear my order when I'm wearing that mask. You know, I have to pull it down. It's like crab legs.
and everyone at home was locked down.
Yeah.
You couldn't go to work. You couldn't go to
Just
school.
eyes.
And everyone was terrified because this had never happened before.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we got to see how quickly people who are cowards just attack the others to try to keep themselves safe. It got very rat-like.
I think
Honestly, what is wrong with this man? Is he okay, do you think? Like, what is wrong with him, man? How can he be as rich as he is, living in that amazing house with that fucking beautiful pool, floor-to-ceiling windows and shit, kitchen islands coming out of your fucking ass, 8 bedrooms? How could you be living like that and you're this fucking highly wound up? It just wouldn't be my reality, man. Would never be my reality to be this wound up when you're fucking as rich as fucking Rogan is. It makes no sense. This is a bizarre way to live your life, but hey, we've all got our things that fucking, you know, press our buttons. Let's go again.
Rat-like.
I think it's we live in a
Okay, no, I'm not waiting in line for a COVID test with the public. Gross. Okay, no, just get somebody to come to the house.
You threw the kitchen sink at it, you said, which was stuff that, you know, you took IV drips and was it
monoclonal antibodies.
And that, what is monoclonal antibodies?
It's the shit they gave Trump.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
super relatable, by the way. Super relatable, super accessible. Yeah, gotta love Rogan. Gotta love fucking Rogan, man. And again, yeah, we're never gonna get the same Rogan again. I think I read something on the fucking Rogan Reddit about that too, about how, like, I think something about age and shit and people being a certain way. We're never gonna get. He's never gonna come back to us. He's never gonna be the Rogan that I, quote unquote, lack of a better term, fell in love with. Unfortunately, that guy's long and gone. That guy's long been gone. Big up Renee Rapp. Big up Renee Rapp. The artist Renee Rapp decided to troll a little bit when it comes to Rogan. I don't believe her 1 moment, but it's still very funny regardless. Big up Renee Rapp. Big up Renee Rapp.
I need you to tell me something. Who the fuck is Joe Rogan? Because I saw
Do you have a gun?
something.
Big up Sarzies.
Mask mandates led him to Christianity. Alhamdulillah.
Mask mandates to Christianity. Alhamdulillah is so fucking crazy. Big up Asad Aziz. Mask mandate led him to Christianity. Alhamdulillah. Oh, legend. Big up Asad Aziz. Big up Jadonji, the guy who paid for the presidential protocol when he got COVID after not leaving Austin for home 2 years, calls everyone else cowards. Exactly, yeah. That's a very good point, Jadonji Jr. The guy who paid for the president's protocol when he got COVID after he not living in Austin over 2 years, calls everyone cowards. Yeah. I understand why it broke his brain, because Rogan's always been allowed to do whatever he wanted to because there's money and shit and fame and whatnot for the majority of his life. Rogan's probably been richer than he's ever been poorer. So I get how it could break his brain if somebody tells him, hey, you can't do this. You're not allowed, right? I can see how it can kind of disturb him at his core, to his core. But I don't know, man. Move on, at least from now. Like, move on. Please, you're still a very rich, wealthy man, I'd assume, when it comes to Adobe. It's like, you'll be fine, man. Anyway, let's continue. Let's go back to the start.
I saw a TikTok using, I need you to tell me something. Who the fuck is Joe Rogan? Because I saw a TikTok using his name today, and I was like, what is that? And that was not the first time I'd heard this name, but I'm not sure who that is. He's not in Ocean's 11.
No,
who is this?
Have you ever watched Fear Factor?
No, what's that?
Do you know what the UFC is?
What is this? The UFC, like UFC fights? He's a fighter?
Well, I don't know. He has a podcast.
He's my height.
He's my height.
I guess you don't have to be tall to be a fighter.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, I think she's just chatting shit, you know? I think she's obviously trying to troll and be... She tries too hard to be like, oh look, I'm queer. I don't know anything that straight people do, so it's a little bit annoying. She's kind of insufferable. But I do like the fact that she summarized Joe up in so little words, right? She summarized him pretty well in so little words. But yeah. Rogan. What we gonna do with you, Rogan? Big up the stream chatters. What you guys saying here? Young Rogan was a great interviewer because he was genuinely curious in various topics and guests. Now he's just old and boring and talks about the same thing. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Maybe at his core, the point here is, maybe the actual point I'm missing here, maybe Rogan just doesn't care. And it comes across the way it comes across, you know? That's a good point Ryan Ken made. Maybe he's just, the curiosity's gone. He thinks he's the smartest guy in the room now. He doesn't really care what you have to say. He just uses guests as an opportunity. He doesn't want a solo podcast like I do. So he would rather have a guest on. But he uses a guest as an excuse just to say what he wants to say, you know? He doesn't have the guest on because he wants to hear what they have to say. He has the guest on because he just wants them to like sit there and listen to what he has to say. Pretty wild, man. Pretty wild, but that makes a lot of sense. That does make a lot of sense. Let me actually get you a clip here from a recent episode of the fucking Rogan where he sits down with this random, like, I don't know who this girl is. Is this like a new Republican hottie girl or something? Who the fuck is this? Republican Anna Paulina Luna claims that she's seen evidence of interdimensional beings with credible people reporting movement outside of time and space. So let's hear this. This lady was on Rogan the other day, or just recently actually. Republican Anna Paulina Luna. This is the level of guest that Rogan's now getting actually. This is the level of guests he's getting, and this is the people he kind of listens to actively and doesn't interrupt, you know, or doesn't try and push back. Like, he just completely loves them to pieces. Let's see what they have to say.
I can also tell you, and this might sound crazy, but based on our investigations and stuff that we've seen, okay, there is definitely something that I think would rival what we know currently with physics, and a tech that potentially is out there that we don't have the ability to reproduce, because it would basically be like dropping a cell phone right off back during the time of maybe cavemans. So like we
What? Who the fuck is this?
just don't have the tech to develop it yet. What I can also tell you is based on our interviews, and this has been something that you can go back and watch with the congressional hearings, but I was actually able to ask some of the witnesses, what are these things? And they keep saying interdimensional, and then when you talk about the interdimensional aspect of,
Yeah, big up Disease. Big up Disease.
You have to use VPN to watch her in Texas.
Yeah. I think it's hot. I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. I think all this is fucking bullshit, but let's see it. Bro, do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember that? How long ago was it that we saw that thing? Is it in Mexico or something? Where somebody thought they found the body of a dead alien. You remember that when that caught the attention of the media? And we were all gripped by this idea that there was this fucking dead alien skeleton. That, I think, was it in the tomb or something? I don't know where they found it. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? That came and went viral quickly. So, this guy better play his cards right, because he's probably not going to get any opportunities, Once that eye is gone, that eye is gone. So he better chill out. You better chill. Let's continue. Let's hear what she has to say. Let's hear how she has to describe these interdimensional beings and transportation systems. I want to hear it from her, honestly. I'm curious to hear what she has to say. Let's continue.
Are these things pre-existing, maybe outside of what we currently know as our own dimension? That stuff can kind of all sound crazy, but at the end of the day, my job as an investigator is to receive all the information, decipher it, and then ultimately from a congressional aspect, if you do have contractors that are withholding information or operating outside of the purview of the federal government, there's budgetary issues, but there's definitely something.
Don't you guys remember? Big up Sardines. What is dead alien? Do you guys remember? There was a dead alien thing. Dead alien body, Mexico. Was it Mexico? Do you guys remember this? Surely you guys remember it. We still don't you guys remember this? Everyone thought this was real. Don't you guys remember this? I thought it was real too. I'm only bringing it up because I thought it was real. Oh mate, honestly, man, I'm so fucking pathetic. What was that? What was the conclusion of this, by the way? Viral, yeah. They put it through an MRI scan, and they found out that it had like other animal bits and pieces. So someone basically made it, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the final conclusion. They put it through an MRI scan. Well, let's see. NASA. What did NASA say?
Sam Cabral with BBC News Digital. We've been talking a lot about shift from sensationalism to science today. Has NASA been in touch with the Mexican authorities about the rather sensational revelations earlier this week of 2 allegedly non-human corpses? And what, if any, importance do you attach to these discoveries?
Well, this is something that
I believe that
I've seen on Twitter. So it's when we have unusual things, you want to make data public. I think of this as like NASA has one of the most valuable samples from outer space.
We don't care, but yeah, you get it, right? You get it. A fucking phenomenal situation, man. Honestly, phenomenal. Let's go back to that lady. Where is she again? Where are you, Senator? Where is that lady? Oh, there she is. Let's see what she has to say. I want to hear what she has to say about the spaceships. What do they look like?
Thing that I can tell you with confidence that exists that we don't know how to explain currently.
So when you say that it operates outside our understanding of physics, what specifically are you saying? Like what happened?
To I guess break it down in simple terms is that I think that some of the tech that exists, that whatever these things have, these energy things have.
Energy things? What do you mean?
Well, they call them interdimensional beings. I think that they can actually operate through the time spaces that we currently have. And that's not...
I think Elon, she better be careful, man. Elon's going to get her pregnant. She better be careful. Be careful, mate. If Elon sees this, he's going to get you pregnant.
Something that I came up with on my own. That's based on stuff that we've seen. That's based on information that we've been told. And then also, too, I think that there's this historical aspect of, this gets into the deeper theories and concepts of religion. And I think the history that we currently know. And that kind of spins off into another topic of, you have the modern day Bible, you have this aspect of Bibles or books of the Bible that have been removed that explain and kind of touch on these topics. And I think that we're in a time and age where you have such a vast amount of information that we have access to via social media, via your cell phone, via the internet. And so it's really changing the way that we understand, the origins of life and the spiritual reality that we know.
When you
currently.
say interdimensional beings, that they know that these are interdimensional beings.
Just a whole bag of waffle, innit? A whole bag of fucking waffle.
How do they know that?
Based on testimony would be based on witnesses that have come forward, but what I can tell you
So the
is
witnesses just were told that they were interdimensional?
that they've seen things, and what I can tell you without getting into classified conversation.
Of course. That fucking line. Of course, that fucking line had to fucking rear his head. Of course.
Is that there have been incidences that I believe where very credible people have reported that there have been movement outside of time and space.
That's very vague.
Yeah. So, look.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Look. Have I seen a portal open? No. Have I seen a spaceship? Personally, no. Have I seen evidence of this? Yes. Have I seen photo documentation of aircraft that I believe were not made by mankind? Yes. Is there historical significance to this? Yes. Is there multiple events that go back to, I would argue, maybe even before the time of Christ that have documented this in text? Yes. So do I believe that the government has access to certain technology? Yes, to an extent. And I believe that certain contractors potentially have back engineered this tech. I think that that's what can explain the advancements that we're seeing. But I also believe that this is a dangerous level of hidden information from the American people, because if you have an aspect of the federal government, which I can tell you, I, with two other members of Congress, were denied access to information at Eglin Air Force Base pertaining to whistleblowers because of the fact, and we can get into that story and what happened at Eglin in a second, but we were denied access and told that we don't have security clearance or the read-in authority on a special access program. That's a problem, because I'm supposed to represent and be an investigative body, and you have then people who are unelected that are operating basically in secrecy, and that's a problem.
I don't believe anything she just said there. She was at 4 minutes and 30 seconds and hardly said anything worth note. Went around in circles, vaguenesses, half promises and shit. Don't believe a single thing that lady said. A single fucking thing. I'm not gonna lie. But Jesus Christ, what a weird situation. I want to see the alien. I'm not gonna lie. I desperately want to see the alien. I want to see how they move. I want to see the spaceship. I want to see how it fucking lands. I want to see how it fucking moves. I want to see how it turns. How it fucking ascends, descends. I'm really curious. I'm really fucking curious. But hey, will I see it? Probably not. Will I see it? Probably not. Anyways, my friend, I'm going to leave it there for now. I'll be back again in the morning. I'm going to leave it there for now. Jump in the shower, have a quick little bit of rest, and then we'll be back on it again in the morning, finish off the rest of the topics. And also the Ralph Barboza reaction of the special will also drop around I think lunchtime as well. I think I've got it scheduled for lunchtime, so check out that way on the Patreon, but I'll let you guys know later for it. But for now, appreciate you so much. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, don't be a stranger, and we'll hang out again tomorrow. We'll be back here again tomorrow, probably sometime bright and early in the morning. You shall see me, you shall see me, you shall see me. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate every single one of you. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, become a member if you can. Link in the description. Help me rich, help me rich, help me reach 500 members by the end of the 31 days. If you can do that, I'd be greatly appreciated. If not, I understand. Just like the stream. That's all I ask for. Like the fucking stream. Don't be stingy. LIKE the stream. LIKEDASTREAM. Okay, cool. Anyway, thank you, people. Appreciate you so much. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Peace.